the Thursday edition. Apparently some technical difficulties as I was doing the show by myself for a minute there edition. Sweet Jacket Man edition.
What do you mean you were doing the show by yourself? Show hadn't even started yet.
I was talking to myself.
Well,
Jesse couldn't hear me.
That's your most captive audience you got.
Oh, sick
Am I
burn,
right?
bro edition. Yeah. The Badgers in the NCAA Tournament against High Point University.
Oh, this is
coming
fun.
Up.
Jason, this is fun. Jesse's got like that befuddled look, and he's got like
I bet he does.
Aristotle thinker face on. He doesn't have a clue what the heck's going on back there. That's fun.
And the schedule to appear our good buddy Mike Kelley at 9:15.
I would make an argument Mike Kelley might be one of our best guests that we have on this show.
He appears with us basically once a year.
Hopefully,
at tournament time. But we need to, in order for him to be considered on a higher plane, we need to have him on more often. So I think that'll be our goal, to talk to him more frequently, because we are always better off when we talk to him. Edition of Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, and, of course, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and on the ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is losing his proverbial you-know-what, trying to figure out what's wrong in the control room. Yeah, and when you've got Ashton Rotman into the mix, you know
and
it's
Bo
DEF
Ryan
CON
is
1.
back there. I mean, I know it's a big day Badger-wise, but we got the three amigos back there, and they ain't getting anything done.
And I got to say, this is as good as you've looked, and you look good a lot. But I'm digging that outfit. Your fit today. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tauscher, good morning. How are you?
Just because I put a coat on?
No, I just like that. That's a hip looking outfit.
Thanks,
and the
buddy.
pickler hat.
Yeah, the old backwards
I think
hat.
you're cooking today.
Very well, appreciate you. That's nice of you.
Are you going somewhere after this?
No. Well, I'm going to go watch games at some point, but I got some other stuff. I'm going to try to. Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't have anything like planned, and it's not like I have a big ordeal or something.
No. Limousine picking you up to go get steaks with Matt LePay. So are you excited for basketball today?
I am
Did you
excited.
watch any last night?
I watched a smidge. I have to admit, the first four don't get it for me. I'm not in. The tournament.
Miami of Ohio was fun.
The tournament starts for me today. I am not one. I haven't bought in, and I know I heard Greg Gard say he's for expanding the tournament, and I'm thinking to myself, what? Gardo, come on, man. We don't need more teams in this tournament. This tournament's plenty where it is. But
Barry Alvarez.
I'm guessing at some point that will happen. But until then, this is a great 4-day stretch of sports from a viewing standpoint. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't want to get anything twisted. I love it. I think it's great. But I just don't want the romanticization that this is better than divisional round or wild card weekend, because it's not. For me, I think some fans romanticize this, and part of it is a gambling thing. Another part of it is it's just the nonstop action. If you have buzzer beater after buzzer beater, yeah, it's fantastic stuff. But there's a lot of these 1-16 games and 4-13s that are 10, 12 points. It's nothing. It's a nothing burger, but you're going to get a couple of moments. NFL playoffs, you're going to see tight games into the fourth quarter, and we know a lot more. We care a lot more year-round. This is the Valentine's Day of sports. That's what this is. We love it, and then we throw some chocolate at it, and we move it along. Like, it should be, you know what I'm saying? And maybe there's a better analogy. If you got a better analogy, come up with it.
No, I'm intrigued by this. How long have you had this holstered?
I haven't holstered it.
Or did it just come up right now?
I told you on
the Valentine's Day of sports.
No, but I did tell you on Monday that this is the candy rush. Like, you get that rush, and then you crash, and you're done. NFL is a year-long commitment. You love it. You're more invested. This is throw some candy, have a day, go enjoy the night, and then by the time you wake up, the tournament's over. That's how I look at this.
Again, I'm very curious to see if we have some of those games today and tomorrow. I feel like those have not been as frequent of late. I don't have any empirical data to point that out, but Valparaiso, Bryce Drew, whichever Drew brother it was
Homer
that
Drew.
trains.
He was the
coach.
Yep.
Yeah. I just those iconic moments.
If Homer Drew ever left Valpo, would he have still been a homer for Valpo, or is he just a homer for whoever team he's coaching?
Well, I don't know. Homer left the previous station to join our station once upon a time.
But he still is a homer. But he still is a homer for Marquette and everything else, right? Isn't that how that works?
I guess so. Sure. I mean, what's his phrase? I may be a homer, but I'm not an idiot. So he's just going to be a homer for whoever's paying him,
the checks. Sure. Okay.
That's an important piece of that. So how confident are you? Because as excited as we are for this team and the best backcourt in the country, as you have proclaimed it, and for
Killer Bees, is that what we're going with? Is the Killer Bees? That's the moniker that the boys are getting?
That's what's going to catch on. By the way, hi, I'm here.
Hey, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Glad you're back. Stressed Jesse's my favorite, Jesse. You get more done when you're stressed.
So did you figure it out, or did you just have to? What happened back there?
Tausch, do you happen to have a? No, that's not yours. Somebody in the Everlight Solar Studio. Let me see if I have a good.
What are you trying to put on me now?
All right, so if you can see, never mind. Something's sitting on one of the microphones in there where the buttons are, and it holds down the button where you talk back to me off air, but it's on one of the other mics, and that was preventing me from being able to hear anything in my headphones.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
That's why you should always clean up after yourselves when you're done doing
Some
your
might
shows.
say.
It was actually binders from other shows. So, because I always put my binder here, and then if I keep it, I put it down on the floor. Yeah, I'm picking up stuff. But yeah, that's you see,
housekeeping.
So instead of blaming me, you can probably blame whomever is
Cleanliness. Yeah, I don't know what binder it is.
I've always been a stickler. And I'm a fan of the pickler. There you go. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, sorry.
That's for just pick up, man. You don't need to. While you're in there, do what you do, and then when you leave it better than you came in.
Well, I'm just glad that we solved this mystery, and that when I started talking, it was actually going out over the air. All right, I want to get in and get out here.
Be careful.
What do you mean?
You say a lot of stuff.
Well, yes, there are times when I don't want what I'm saying to go over the air.
You get a little vitriolic sometimes.
Yeah.
To answer your question that you asked, I am
starting to
uber confident today.
Oh, today.
I'm not saying I'm Jason Wilde going over the San Diego Bridge, and oh my God, I would never be that arrogant.
Yeah.
I would never be that arrogant as
I would say
analyst.
Inexperienced.
Not arrogance, okay. Or I would never, because I know how hard it is to win.
Sure.
But we're a really good team. The thing I'm a little nervous about is obviously Nolan's been out for a minute, and he's getting him back in. That size, but I think we just need one of the, as Charles Barkley calls them, the others, or Shaq. It's one of those two. You just need a rap sheet. You need care. You need somebody else to pop a little bit, hit some threes. If you have that other guy, we're in a good place.
Okay.
And I would be, I'll be really disappointed if we don't advance today. Really disappointed.
Yes, I think everyone would. It has been a while since they have been to the Sweet 16, so you can't get to the Sweet 16 until you've won your first game.
The terrific 32.
Earn the right to go
get to
play.
The terrific 32.
Yeah.
Why is the 32 not getting any love? Like, that's an advancement. That doesn't get any love. Everything else, Elite Eight, Final Four, championship. We need to start calling it the terrific 32. If the Badgers win today, it's the terrific 32 that they're in.
But it doesn't need to be a TH sound in front of it.
No, terrific.
Instead of
32.
forcing 32.
Well, you gotta let it.
It's the 32.
You gotta let it breathe a little bit. Terrific 32.
Wouldn't the 32 be the ones who lose in the first round?
That's the dirty 32.
Those are the ones playing in the CBI, which was canceled or whatever. All right. Well, I'm excited for today. I love our vibe today, just like I love my Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin.
Well, you better be, and it is balmy out again. You never know what you're going to get in the great state of Wisconsin. One day it could be 25 inches of snow slamming down your throat, cold, and then the next it could be 70. Our homes need to be ready for just about anything in Wisconsin year-round. That's why Pella will focus on quality and durability in everything that they do. The right windows and doors vastly improve your home's comfort, efficiency, and overall style. With Pella, you get those expert recommendations designed around your home, your needs, and within your budget. Don't miss out. I had to look at this, I think, 6 or 7 times because it's 6 years of zero financing all the way till 2032. I think probably have 2.
The terrific 32.
Yeah. Well done, boys. Zero financing all the way to 2032. The offer ends on the 31st of March. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
The terrific Mike Kelley scheduled to appear next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Harry Douglas.
I thought St. John's winning the Big East tournament and convincingly beating UConn twice, once in the regular season and then in the Big East championship game, I thought they were going to be higher than a 5 seed. Not only were they just a 5 seed, UConn, who lost to St. John's twice this season, including in the championship game in the Big East tournament, they're a 2 seed. But not only are St. John's a 5 seed and UConn a 2 seed, Freddie, they're both in the East region.
Don't get me started.
They played 3 times this season already, Freddie.
I know.
Why are these 2 teams in the same region? It makes no sense to me. Let me keep going, though. I got another one for you.
All right.
You have Louisville.
Same region, by the way.
Same region. If Louisville wins their first round game and Michigan State it wins their first round game, they play each other in the round of 32. Who made this bracket again?
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every March, are brackets the only thing you can think about? Do you have symptoms such as constant bracket obsession or moderate to severe bracket-related distractions? You may be living with bracket brain. Thankfully, there's ESPN Tournament Challenge, the #1 proven way to treat bracket brain right at the source. So this March, download the ESPN Tournament Challenge app, fill out your men's bracket, and get you and your brain in the game. ESPN Tournament Challenge. Play the #1 bracket game. Presented by Allstate.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the 2nd floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the 2nd floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts. You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I know somewhere in my photo library I have a screen recording of this guy jumping into the arms of his teammates celebrating a Final Four berth. But I can't find it, and I'm very frustrated right now. The good news is we got the real thing. One of the smartest basketball people I have ever been lucky enough to know. We are always better for him joining us, and if we could twist his arm into joining us more frequently, we would. From the 2000 Final Four team, coached by Dick Bennett, who still refuses to do that book that we all want him to do, it is our friend Mike Kelley on the Yuengling guest hotline. Yuengling, 6 generations, family-owned and operated, now finally in Wisconsin. D.G. Yuengling and Sons. Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. Michael, good morning. How are you?
Sounds like he's doing great.
This is par for this morning's course. Mike?
I could hear the phone. Oh, I'm sorry. That's there.
Oh, boy.
Jesse!
Oh, boy. I got to call him back. We lost him. Hang on. I got to call him back.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Jesse is off to a heck of a start today. He's got this thing humming.
I'm just here to say, I hope the Killer Bees and Greg Gard and the rest of the crew get off to a much better start at 12:50.
Yeah, and that's a lot earlier out there, too. So, yeah, I might need to re-look at how confident I am about this Killer Bee backcourt.
Don't let Jesse's ineptitude change your feelings about the Badgers. I'm just hopeful that they don't have the same.
Did you ever run into Mike in a pickup game over at the Shell back in the day?
So I'm a little bit older than Mike, so I was long gone from the Shell.
You'd still go get a game, right?
No, he was on the 2000 Final Four team, and I was long gone by then. Look, he's a guy that thrived on defense. I'm a guy who can't guard a folding chair, so it would have been a tough. Although I guess, he wasn't much of an offensive threat, so maybe it would have been a good matchup.
Wow!
Boom!
Dang!
Good morning, Mike. How are you, buddy?
Gentlemen, it was such a kind intro before, and then I got dumped, and I came back to being heckled. I don't know what happened.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, that's on Jesse. That's on your point guard, or our point guard, not knowing how to distribute.
I've been dumped before.
Mike, we are so happy to have you, just like we were moments ago when we thought we had you and we didn't. How are you? Let's start here, because the last time we talked, we were talking about the best point guard on campus, and she wasn't even playing for the Badgers because her dad is such a goat that he is. I am curious, how much basketball is in your life these days, before we get to the Badgers?
Well, quite a bit, actually. I continued coaching at Brookfield East High School, the girls team. This was my last year. I just told the coaching staff I'm going to step aside. But I saw through any player that played with my daughter, I saw them through to their eligibility being out here and graduation. So that was fun and enjoyable, but I'm going to step aside completely now. And I suppose now I'll get to see Tauscher more Badger games, because everyone I go to, he's always there.
Yeah, and somehow I have great seats, but I can't keep up with where Mike Kelley sits now. He's basically reffing the game. He's right there. The sweat is hitting him.
It's costing me quite a bit. Yeah.
Mike,
it's worth it.
No, this has been a fun year, and it has. You're 100%. It has been worth it, and this is going to be hopefully a long, fun ride. But before we get that, Mike, how emotional was it when you kind of told everybody that this was a wrap, that you're done coaching?
It was tough because the coaching staff that brought me in was there when I got there, when my daughter got there, and they asked me. They were really kind in having me be a part of it. I never took that for granted because I think there's always a hesitancy with the dad and what's his agenda going to be, team first or their kid first. And so they welcomed me with open arms, and we had a really good run. Went to state a couple times, won 4 straight GMC championships, a really tough division, our conference. So we had a great run, and those guys have become really good friends, even outside of basketball. We hang out, and I'm going to miss them. I'm going to be miss being around them. So it was a tough. We always have a postseason coaches meeting, and I planned on telling them at the end of the meeting, and instead we kind of cracked our first beer, and they said, "Let's start with who's coming back," and all the eyes looked at me. I'm like, so I think they had a suspicion this was coming, and so we both talked about what the offseason needed to be, and we reminisced about the past 6 years and how much fun we had. So it was really a good time.
Mike, how tough was it? Were you tougher on your kids, or did you? Because that is a fine balance, and you just mentioned it. Were you tougher on your girls, or was because I'm assuming they were really good players? How did you approach that?
So it was tough. I don't think I was tougher on her. I think what the needle I tried to thread there was letting the other coaches coach her. I mean, she got me enough. I did coach her in AAU as a head coach, and there I had to obviously be a little more assertive. But her and I always had a really good relationship. She was the youngest. She had 3 older brothers. She's really tough. And it was no surprise why she became successful with her mom being so good and her older brothers kind of pushing her. And so when it came to high school, though, I had the luxury of letting the head coach and the other assistants coach her more. And she was just, I'm telling you, she wasn't a perfect player, but she was the toughest kid I've ever been around. And it was never like her teams just always won. And there were a lot of reasons why, but she was a big part of what that was. She was a tough kid. She never backed down. You can see, Tausch, you've seen it, and Jason, you've seen it in athletes, like, the fight or flight mechanism is there in kids at a young age, and it kind of can break one way or another. And sometimes you rise up to a level that you can't fight anymore. And she is just all fight and always was all fight. And we always said it's easier to tame a lion than to make a sheep roar. And my job was kind of trying to tame a lion.
Oh, my God, is he good?
Put that
is
down.
he not the
Put
best?
that down on the list. That is a fantastic. We just got our show title for the first hour. So, Mike, your daughter got her offensive skills from her mom, is what you're saying?
Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Yeah.
Oh, now it's okay when Tausch says it.
But yeah, it's because it's fun.
It's true.
It's in a fun way.
It is true. I mean, you guys, I think my wife was the state player of the year, and she won the state player of the year, and after tearing her ACL in July at an AAU tournament before her senior season, had like experimental ACL repair.
Just wait, she came back in like 3 months?
Yes, she came back in 3 months and won state player of the year, and then had a full ride to Marquette.
Okay.
So she was just really talented. She won state in the 400. She was just a great athlete, and my daughter got all of that.
Very nice. So Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft, talk to Mike Kelley's wife. Get this thing rolling again. All right, last one for me before we get into the killer bees and everything else. When you were coaching, did you find yourself doing any Dick Bennett-isms?
All the time. It's the running joke amongst us buddies. So Andy Kowski was the head coach at New Berlin Eisenhower this year, had to help out because their coach was let go midseason. Dave Burkemper's been coaching at Pewaukee for a long time now. Mm-hmm. John Bryant was just in town. He coaches Edina High School, the boys' side. And so when we get together, we're all coaching high school, and we laugh that all these things that kind of bothered us or, you rolled your eyes at. We're all doing them. I mean, Coach was a Hall of Famer for a reason, and we'd be silly not to use them. But yeah, I talk about his pillars. I talk about his toughness. I've yet to tell a kid they need more lead in their pencil, which is something Coach famously told John Bryant one time. I'm still not sure what that means, but we know it wasn't
I was just going to say, what does that mean?
I don't know, but yeah, we definitely talk like Coach Bennett.
All right, Mike, we do need to talk actual basketball, even though you and Tausch and I could talk and reminisce all we want. I want to start here because you know how much I love that team of yours. And it was one of those rare times in a career as a sports writer where I would jump on the Badger coverage bandwagon at the State Journal, and I didn't do it that year. And so I got to be a fan. And there are very few times in my life that I do that outside of the girls when they're competing. And you know how much I love that team. And I look at college basketball now, and I compare it to you guys, and you guys have the character building and gut-wrenching first round 32 points against Southwest Missouri State. I always get the directions wrong. The year before, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
And so, I don't know how you view that, but we now live in this microwave NIL. And look, Nick Boyd's a flippin' awesome player. And they have been great in the portal. They have done a great job in the portal. John Tonje, ridiculous. But I am old school, and I loved watching that team grow into what you guys became in the 2000 Final Four. And I'm wondering, when you watch the game now, do you think back to the good old days, or am I just living in the past about a team from the 60s here?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. I certainly love this team. I don't love what the NIL era has entirely been about. I think there's some good parts to it. It's not all bad. But what's been nice about Wisconsin, and better than maybe some places, is the continuity. Even in a changing world and rosters turning over year to year, Guard has been, his staff is nothing but Badgers. It's guys that know the program, and that means a lot, especially as an alum, being able to come back to practices and talk to the guys. It's a luxury that I don't take for granted, and my teammates don't take for granted. And as a fan, year to year, there's certainly going to always be turnover. It's weird because the turnover used to be the seniors gone and freshmen come in. Now you're bringing in the star player. But they did bring back Winter and Janicki and Blackwell. I think they will continue to try to keep core pieces. And I think we saw, there was quite a bit of changeover this year. They lost a lot of really good guys, Gilmore and guys Klesmit that we knew that were local. And that was hard. And I think we saw them struggle early in the year because they didn't have that continuity. So if you can retain some of your roster, the guys that you want, I think it's important. And I think a place like Wisconsin will value that maybe more than others, which helps, which makes it easier as a fan. So I've enjoyed it. It's certainly it's a different system. It's a different style. I defended the slow pace, for 25 years. And I would still defend it as long as we were winning. And that was always my number one defense of the way we played. And now we have a different style, and we also win. And I will be the first to admit this is more fun to watch. They're getting up and down. Now, if we were losing 92-97, I don't know if I would love it as much. But we're winning and we're scoring and we're getting up and down. The guys seem to be having fun. I love Boyd getting the crowd pumped up. Not everybody. A lot of people say, "Doesn't that bother you?" And I'm like, finally, we have we've been built on humble players that don't do anything, and the Kohl Center crowd can sometimes be a little quiet. So I love Boyd. I love his energy. It's not fake. It's who he is, and that's why I think it works. And this team has been really fun. So it's amazing to hear you say that because you have been a longtime defender of the success, even if it wasn't aesthetically pleasing all the time. Tausch made a great point early in the week, though, that he feels like...
Boy, how do you keep track? All those great points.
Yeah, well, believe it. There weren't as many as there usually are earlier in the week, but that's another story for another day. About whether or not the selection committee or just college football writ large looks at Wisconsin and still thinks of what it was and not what it is. Do you think that there's a stigma attached to it because of the success you guys had, but the way you had it?
100%. Yeah, the brand has been established for so long now that even the people that know and shouldn't have to preface it. If you're watching some in-depth college show that only a diehard would watch, they're still saying, this isn't your father's Badgers, and which means me. And I'm like, okay, but like the last 2 years that they've really ramped it up. But even so, they haven't been the Dick Bennett, the real slow it down style for quite some time. And so I guess it's just going to take a while. And certainly the success helps. I mean, if we were playing faster and not making the tournament, that brand would probably stick around longer. But a few more years of this, and I don't see Coach Gard changing. I mean, he's enjoying it. I was with him last week, and I know he's having fun. And he even said it's easier to schedule games now because before guys didn't want to come out. They would literally tell him, I don't want to play you because I want to score more than 50 points. So I think schedule making will be easier, and then the brand is going to slowly turn.
All right, Mike, can you kind of just take us inside this backcourt? Because this has been down at the Big Ten tournament last weekend. They put on a show, just dynamite. And then you were able to have Rapp go off in the Michigan game to keep that one tight. But you were there from the jump. I saw you the opening night. And where has this team made its biggest improvements over the course of this year?
I think two places. I think defense in particular. They're not a elite defensive team by any stretch, but they were poor, I thought, early in the season. And that just exposed them. If you want to play fast and you're bad defensively, then you really better be sharp on offense, and they weren't there. So the defense has gotten better. I think Rhodey does a good job, kind of an unsung hero of the team, chasing guys around. Because they've got to cover up for some spots. I mean, Boyd is not a long, fast defender. He's there to score and run the offense. And Blackwell sometimes get in foul trouble. So I think defense is the biggest. And then, you mentioned Rapp. To me, when their big guys are hitting from the outside, that's when, as an opposing coach, you're going, how do I stop this? It's just too hard. And early in the year, Rapp struggled. He wasn't hitting shots. Bieliauskas had the nice Michigan game, but that was kind of his breakout from the outside, and he hadn't done much of that until the Big Ten tournament, other than Purdue, and that was a big road win. So to me, it's defense, and then it's their bigs hitting some outside shots, because we used to have Crowell, or before that it was Ethan Happ. We had guys we could get a post touch and get an easy bucket, and we don't really have that. It's why if you worry about anything, it's when we need a bucket and we're still shooting threes and not hitting, the hoop can start to look small. So that would be my concern. But when the big guys are hitting, everybody's hitting.
Yeah, and that's Blackwell taking it to the hoop, right? That is basically our post game, right? Him and Boyd.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And he sometimes, he gets called for that push off. He's so physical, he's so strong that even kind of, if they've got, I don't know if they've got sets or just asking him to do it. It's not always, he doesn't go in and finish with a slam. Sometimes it's a push-off and it's a fadeaway, and not even those aren't the easiest of shots.
Talking with Mike Kelley on the Yingling guest hotline. All right, Mike, what you said at the end of your initial answer there to Tausch, I want to go further on because I was watching Miami of Ohio last night, and I think they typify what the game is now, and I'm not going to make any more jokes that are offensive about your offense, okay? But there are so many teams, and the Badgers are part of this. You were just explaining with the big guys having to hit outside shots. Like, the one thing that makes me nervous when I fill out a bracket and I want to put the Badgers all the way into the Final Four is if they are heavily reliant on the three, that one game that comes along where you go 3 for 20 and you get cooked, right? So when you look at this team and what it is able to do from beyond the arc, what if they are not hitting, can they still win games, and how do they do it? Because watching Miami of Ohio last night, they had these long stretches where they couldn't buy a three, but they shoot at such a high volume that they eventually started making them again. But they shot like 53 pointers in the game.
Yep. The thing that makes me feel better, and I agree, Jason, it's definitely a concern. But, I mean, not hitting shots is kind of a concern for everybody at a certain point. But nonetheless, I think the tournament, the last couple years, like the James Madison game definitely comes to mind. But even watching non-Wisconsin games, to me, the tournament is officiated differently. In fact, it's so stark to me that it feels like the refs have been told, let it go. We don't want kids in foul trouble. And it is incredibly physical. Guys are getting pushed all over the court. The game itself has gotten more physical, but I feel like the tournament ramps up. And that has been kind of the blueprint that people have taken to try to beat Wisconsin, is just blowing up those ball screens, pushing the big men, pushing the guards out. And some teams have had success. Now, I think, clearly the Wisconsin staff knows about it. They're cognizant of how it's done. I think other teams have tried that during the year. This team seems ready for that. I think Boyd's quickness is tough. You can try to get physical and into him, but you're just inviting him to go by. And I think they've been defended like that. So I feel better. Certainly the staff, I mean, they've got wrinkles in the offense for switching teams, for physical teams, for drop coverage, for all the different things people might throw at them. And I think the more you run this system and you practice and play against teams and how they might defend you, the more ready you're going to be for that. So I do feel better about it. I don't think they're going to get kind of smacked in the mouth by physicality and have that. Because sometimes what happens is the first 5 minutes are bad, but then it becomes a mental thing. You got to play your way through it. So if you can avoid that cold stretch in the beginning, kind of missing your first 5 or 6 threes, getting some slips or getting some action at the rim, then everything eases and mentally you're in a better spot.
Mike is a great defender. I'm still amazed. Is Boyd just that good? Because I would think every scouting report says, "Hey, make him go right," and nobody can make him go right. So you're obviously a great defender. Why is that? Is it just his skill?
What it's a good question about the lefty thing, because Michael Redd was actually Tony Bennett was the toughest left-hander I had to guard in practice. But Michael Redd was the toughest in games. But it wasn't because of quickness. Michael Redd was long and could shoot the three. So I don't know, but I will say guarding lefties is unique. You just don't do it as much. So I wonder if the fact it's not so much that he's fast, but if being a lefty is also part of the the special sauce that makes him great. Because, man, I mean, everybody clearly knows, and you can almost see him hesitate and use that little hesitation hop before he takes off. And everybody knows he's going to just take off, and he still does, and he still gets by people. It's impressive. It's really fun, and they've been better for it. I think he's got more comfortable in the system, too. I thought early he didn't trust it. I didn't think he was letting the ball get out of his hands and then getting it back. Which kind of puts your teammates on the defensive, too. If you don't trust the offense and they don't trust you're going to pass, it's sort of a cascading effect. But he's gotten better, and as a result, everybody's gotten better.
God, that's a great point. That is such a good point about early in the season. How would you defend him then? I don't think High Point or Arkansas is listening to our show. So how would you defend him, given your resume?
Boy, the first thing I'd do would be probably give him a step and see if he's hitting an outside shot. I mean, he certainly shoots it at a good clip, but he's not an elite 3-point shooter. I think you always want to take away what someone does best and make them beat you with their secondary stuff. So I'd probably back off, and I would need extra steps because he's so much faster than me. But that would be my take. And sometimes you got to just hope a guy's missing.
All right, Mike, we know you have other work and other things that you need to do. So last thing, high school shot clock, both girls and boys, a lot of debate about it. Where do you come down?
I'm a bit in the middle on it.
You're Wilde-ing it. Oh, you don't have no opinion.
Yeah, this is why we're friends, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, you two should do a show.
This might not be a hot take. I despise coaches who stall on both sides, the offense and the defense. I don't think it's the spirit of the game or competition. In those settings, I almost wish the ref had the ability to just, make a blow his whistle, make a turnover or something. Like, we got to play the game. On the other hand, high school kids, I'd be for like a 40-second shot clock, something that prevented stalling but also allowed you to run an offense. I don't like the sort of whitewashing of all offenses to 5-out, dribble drive, find double gaps. That's a way to play. I don't think it should be the only way, and I think when you put a shot clock on, it's gonna have some unintended consequences. Honestly, as a defensive coach, our high school team has been incredible defensively, and teams take forever. We run a pretty unique zone, and teams just have a hard time cracking it. So a shot clock would have benefited us. It would have helped our ability to compete at the highest level, but nonetheless, I don't know that I certainly don't want a 30-second shot clock. Let's put it that way.
Okay. That's a strong answer.
He's
strong.
And you can join Kelley and Wilde once a week during the basketball season next year. So, in all seriousness, Mike, before we let you go, obviously you have a real job. We know that, and we appreciate you taking time away from it to join us today. But, and let me be very clear, at a much, 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 much lower level, Sydney didn't play basketball this season. She wanted to focus on volleyball, and I had basketball withdrawal. I missed watching her play. I just missed going to games and sitting on the end of the bench and cheering because I didn't have any real insight from an X's and O's standpoint. What are you going to do without basketball? You're just going to sit and heckle refs with Tausch at the Kohl Center? What's your plan?
No, we just agreed to terms. He's going to help our Eleanor's 7th grade girls basketball team.
It's a pretty long commute for him.
Virtual. No, we've given him the opportunity to go virtual. We're going to get that mercy play. We're going to get the mercy play. It's a dribble handoff. Mike, you'll like this story. I know you got time. We're in the championship game. I am helping out. And our play is called Mercy, which is basically like a dribble handoff, and then you try to take it to the hoop. And they continued to defend it, and we'd turn it over. So our head coach would get up and just yell, "No mercy! No mercy!" And we were ahead by 14 points. We have to rename that. Do you have any ideas on what we should call that play instead of Mercy? Because that didn't look good in a Catholic Basketball Association game.
That is rough. So I've made the mistake of letting the girls name plays. So we've got plays called
6,
Skittles
7
and Fortnite. All sorts of. I don't. At least he wasn't yelling "No mercy" in the dojo, which I would have appreciated.
That's exactly what I thought, though, when he was yelling it.
That's good. Yeah, Jason, I will make this a work call and say if anybody listening wants an air compressor, please buy a Roll-Air air compressor.
You sell ice cream, right?
I'll see Tausch at games, and I'm reading a lot of books and trying to relearn Spanish. So that's my current hobbies at the moment.
All right. Well, I am dead serious when I say this. You are so good. I always have a ton of respect for people that take complicated things and explain them in a way that even an idiot like me can understand. And one of the best things that you do is talk basketball in a way that I don't have to have played at your level to understand what you're explaining. And so I am going to twist your arm to join us more frequently now. You got no excuses. You're gonna have to turn off.
Lions roar? It's easier to have a lion to roar than to shear a sheep. Is that what he said?
That is not what he said. Close. Mike,
you're too kind.
We appreciate you, buddy. You're the absolute best. We'll talk to you down the road. Thanks so much.
I appreciate you guys. Go Badgers.
Is anybody else kind of intrigued by a compressor now, too? I'm kind of intrigued.
I got a compressor guy.
I know we're giving away an Iron Jock hoodie. Let's see if Mike wants to give away.
Caller 76 gets a new air compressor from Mike Kelley. We'll work on that partnership. We are so lucky to have him as a friend who shares his basketball knowledge with us because he is so good at that. And if you remember, after he got done playing, he did do color on, was it the Big Ten Network?
Yeah, he was fantastic.
I mean, he's just so smart and so good at explaining things. So we are lucky to have him.
Something tells me he's going to coach again. Something tells me.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But he's until he does, and even after he does, we will be happy to take him whenever he has time for us. Time now for the aforementioned Iron Jock contest, Tausch.
Indeed it is, and Jesse is so stressed today. We're going to just go. How many teams are in this tournament? It's not 64.
68.
But there was more than 68, wasn't there? Or is that what it was? Is 68?
No,
that what
68.
It is?
68, get in.
Yeah.
Well, that seems too low. But we're doing caller 68 today, and you know what, Iron Jock? I've worn about every workout gear there is. Nothing compares to Iron Jock, their performance apparel, built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, making you feel fresh no matter how hard you work. From the gym all the way to the pickleball court, Iron Jock will keep you dry, comfortable, and confident now through March 22nd. Our fans, 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's hoodie, HOODIE 40. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up. Shop now at ironjock.com. Right now is your chance to win that Iron Jock hoodie. Caller 68 to win a very beautiful Iron Jock hoodie at 844-770-3776.
Just trying something new out there? Is that what that was?
I thought that was good. That was like my compressor voice.
Compressor voice. Caller 68 right now wins the hoodie. 844-770-3776. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCAA. Terms and conditions apply.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $1498 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Prizes,
Flyaways,
even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news? A rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS created by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $150,000 in taxes. Because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a plan, clarity, and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait. Call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed. Screamin' Sicilian. So loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screaming is about.
What if you could have a spa-level sweat session at home for about 25 cents a day? That's why I love my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas. You can check them out in person at the State Fair Park Expo Center's Home and Garden Show, March 20th through the 29th. It's the perfect chance to step inside, compare models, and even ask questions. Good Health Saunas has been doing this for more than 20 years, and they back it all with a true lifetime warranty, which was huge for me. If an infrared sauna has been on your list, find Good Health Saunas at State Fair Park, March 20th through the 29th.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Thanks again to Mike Kelley. If you missed the member of the 2000 Badgers Final Four team and now former coach at Brookfield East, you can find that in the ESPN Wisconsin app a little bit later, or you can just rewind on YouTube to find it there, but he was phenomenal. I don't think we have down the lion sheep quote accurately yet.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
It's easier to teach it's easier.
You don't have it.
No,
so just don't start.
It's easier to tame a lion than to teach a sheep to roar.
You should have something in there about shearing.
There was nothing about shearing.
I know, but there should have been. We'll make it better.
You were in awe of the quote
it was really
when he
good.
said it, and now you want to improve it?
Yes, I love it when people bring great stuff. I like that.
Well, that was one of the many things that went that were fascinating in our conversation with him. So be sure to check that out. Tausch, do you feel better, worse, or the same about the Badgers' chances of not just winning today or moving forward when you listen to him talk about what he likes about this basketball team?
I feel the same. Like Mike said, I've been fortunate to be able to catch up with him a bunch throughout the season, and I think we all have seen this team go from a little helter-skeltery and, really a bunch of individuals really playing and not playing off of each other. And now I do think you see the Killer Bees with their you could just see their chemistry and understanding where they need to space. And, the bigs have figured out how they need to space to give, it's almost as if I think John Blackwell came back and they gave him a nice NIL deal to come back. And it was almost like he needs to be the guy. And I think whenever you can kind of look at the big picture and say, we're going to be a lot better if we let everybody eat, and it can't just be about me grabbing a plate. That is how the vibe feels. So I'm always, when you shoot as many threes as we do, you're always a little bit nervous because if you're not hitting, and especially when you're on the road and the pressure is upticked, it can that hoop does get smaller. And it gets tougher, and I don't know. We have the ability to drive it to the hoop and get some hoops, but we don't have that lean on the interior like we have in the past. So we don't hit threes, we're going to be in dogfights. I don't care who we're playing.
Yeah, I thought what he talked about there was interesting. I also thought the one thing that has changed for me was watching them earlier in the season, including in some of those games on Peacock, that I kind of felt Nick Boyd was like a 1-on-5 guy, right? Like he got the ball and you never saw it again. And I think the way that their offense has developed now, where he still gets his, but gets it in what would appear to be a healthier way, if that makes sense.
I love disagreeing with you, but it makes complete sense.
That's been really fun to watch. And look, that's probably the reality of today's college basketball, right? Kind of like we talk about with the NFL and teams playing their guys less and less and less in the preseason. Like those first few regular season games look different than maybe they looked when you were playing into the third quarter of a preseason game to get ready for the season. Now with putting together new pieces every year with the transfer portal, that's probably part of it too. But it's been fun to watch that growth and development. And I don't want to get my hopes up, but I am very eager to see what they do, this group in the tournament. All right, we've got more to get ready for that game. I want to get into some Packers-related stuff, including we need to talk about Rasheed Walker, because there was a piece of information that came out today that I found to be we
ain't getting a comp pick for him.
Not great, Bob, as some might say. What is great is our partnership with Steinhafels. They've been with us from the very, very, very beginning. And right now, hey, if your mattress is older than 7 years old, which mine isn't, because I got one from Steinhafels before we even finally got our couch. That was definitely older than 7 years. It's time to get to Steinhafels and find a new one during their Mattress Madness sale. Their sleep experts will match you with the right mattress for how you sleep. Side sleeper, back sleeper, or even if you snore. He's talking to me. They've got all the top brands, all the great prices, free delivery, and a 120-night sleep guarantee. So check out Mattress Madness at Steinhafels, both in store and online. More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall, home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a 30 self-serve beer wall, over 50 HD TVs, plus game day specials. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your downtown home for basketball this March.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
At Associated Bank, we get life gets complicated. So banking, it should be easy to get. That's why our tools speak your language. Automated savings, it's saving automatically for anything. Digital controls, you lose your card, you're still in control. Turn it off, then on, all on the app. And Money Monitor, you know where your money goes, like those long forgotten subscriptions. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Looking up at the Marquette banners, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Number 24 retired, honoring George Thompson. Too bad he didn't wear 40. He was Marquette's all-time leading scorer for 40 years, and he played only 3 seasons. Al McGuire said it best. Everything at Marquette changed after George Thompson, a high school superstar in the New York City area, came here. And years later, Shaka Smart added, for those that weren't around in 1969, George Thompson, the original Dwayne Wade. Your business is unique, and your health plan should be too. At United Healthcare, our group health plans are built for you and your employees. Whether you're running a small startup or managing a large enterprise, we offer solutions designed to fit your needs, your goals, and your budget. Explore your options today at uhc.com/Wisconsin. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company or its affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or their affiliates. Health plan coverage provided by or through United Healthcare of Wisconsin, Inc.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
So, Jesse, am I supposed to trust you after the way the show has gone so far with this idea you have for brackets? Do you think you're going to be able to execute any of these things, or if we turn the show over to you, are we playing with fire?
I've been working real hard. I think it's going to be good.
By the way, Aaron in Mad City with one of the greatest lines in the ESPN Madison YouTube comments ever. Jesse is supposed to have the day off tomorrow, but it looks like he took today off too. Which I thought was a pretty good shot for someone who doesn't work here.
Burn.
Yeah. Or maybe we wish he had. All right. So
is your heart in Rockford, Illinois?
At the Kohl Center with my buddies, Tier 1 Tyler and Pepsi Mike and everybody.
Wait, Tier 1 Tyler's come back. He's made a nice comeback.
Oh, yeah.
You buried him, and now he's kind of scratching his way back up.
It's a fun weekend coming up, and it starts in about an hour. And it's all about brackets.
So wait, are you leaving at 11?
At noon. But the game started at 11:15, and mentally, I'm checked out about 11.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. We're well aware.
Do we? Why don't we just bring in Hunter? I mean, he filled in.
Hunter has to go.
Hunter's over at the Kohl Center.
He's doing Kohl Center
he's
games.
all over this stuff.
So there's no one to step in for you. You're going to have to go through the motions.
You're
for an
stuck
hour.
with me today,
Why
baby.
don't you put the ChatGPT AI? Let's see how that works.
Just let that run the show.
Let it run.
Couldn't do worse.
Couldn't be worse than the way it started. Exactly.
So, this is the time of year everybody likes to do brackets, and they do, let's do a bracket of this, let's do a bracket of that. And sometimes I enjoy it, sometimes I don't. What I thought of last night as I was getting ready for today's show, it's all about, we're counting down to Wisconsin and High Point at 12:50 today. We've got all this fun that it's the last hour leading up before the NCAA tournament. So, during today's show, each hour, I have accumulated a bracket with 8 competitors on it for you guys to quickly review and share winners of, and it's going to be a fun YouTube exercise, and it's going to be great. Are you ready?
No.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
Here we have the best Badgers moments since the Barry Alvarez era began. That's who I have seated here in this bracket. Here is what the bracket looks like if you're following along on YouTube.
There's some pretty impressive graphics. Is that ChatGPT?
Oh, yeah,
You really went all out on this.
So here we go. First up, we have the region of the 90s football region.
First off, don't put the You're going to put the two biggest things against each other in the first round. You got a punt block?
Region.
You got a punt block?
It's by region.
This committee sucks. Whoever organized these brackets blows.
This is the Nelson Commission of Athletic Achievement Selection Committee, the
Fire
NCAA.
everybody. Fire everybody that put this together. The 15 and 14 Final Four teams shouldn't be battling each other early.
It is still an audio exercise, so let's go through it. In the first round, we have the region of the...
If this was a visual exercise, it failed, and audio-wise, blech.
We have the 90s football region. We have the 94 Rose Bowl win against UCLA versus Ron Dane's record-setting run corresponding with his Heisman victory. Who wins in that matchup? Fellas?
No, I'm not. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is...
You're not even going to play?
No, I'll play,
but I think... You're going to pull a Wilde and name that too?
This whole thing is absolutely ridiculous that you're doing this. I was a part of the Dane record and the Heisman Trophy season, but I have to go 94 Rose Bowl UCLA. It's the biggest event you can make an argument in the history of the University of Wisconsin athletics. So
yeah,
I can't... That wins this whole thing easy, and it should... That should have been up against the 05 Wisconsin-Minnesota punt block.
Look at all
that. What are we doing?
Look at
punt block?
The fancy graphics that I have are all fun.
All right, 94. By the way, just put 94 Rose Bowl versus UCLA. They win. It's the champion. Boom.
Yeah, this went about as poorly as I anticipated. It's not even close. Like some of the other stuff on here, like...
You're going to try and put a win against the undefeated Kentucky team against a second round. Now, granted, that game at, I don't know if that was Bradley Center or Bradley Center was awesome. That should have been up against this 05 punt block. I feel like, you don't know what I think happened, Jason. You don't know what I think happened. So I got in here early today, and Jesse was in here already. I think he grabbed a marker and thought, I'm going to do this right before the show. I'm not going to put any time, thought, or research into it. I'm just going to throw ideas that I thought were cool. Because otherwise, I don't know how this punt block makes it in here.
What is this sheet of paper? Like, what's on the other side of this?
It's sheet of paper.
It's his grocery list.
You guys have totally lost the sense of what this exercise was all about.
No, you can see through the paper. It looks... I hope this isn't some sort of, like, important...
It's not.
Like, document.
It's not. What was more impressive, the 2006 men's hockey
tax return,
the men's hockey national championship at the Bradley Center,
good deductions,
or the volleyball 2021 national championship win in 5 sets over Nebraska? It's a
volleyball national championship.
That doesn't matter. They're not moving on
Rose Bowl's winning the whole
anyway.
thing. Yeah, it's over for them.
21 volleyball.
It's a rout.
There you go.
First national champion.
The Kentucky Final Four win or Wisconsin Oregon at the Bradley Center.
I think I'm going to pick the World Baseball Classic. I'm going to pick the World Baseball Classic Venezuela win. Put that down. That's
like the World Series, I hear.
That's next up.
The World Series in March.
That's next in the bracket.
All right. I got 2 more of these for later in the show.
The 2012
I can only imagine they get better.
Big Ten Championship versus Nebraska.
That was a hell of a game. That beats... The only one that's beating is the punt block, ironically.
Right.
So, great matchup. Great job by the lobby of the 12 Big Ten. Brett Bielema, great job organizing that.
Oops. I got to figure out who's on what line here. Okay. All right, I give up.
I think our work here.
Hey, why don't you head out? Take a beat. You've had an average week. It's time to go.
We got 2 more of these still to go later.
I don't know if we do.
I got Packers ones coming up. I got a Wisconsin Sports Achievement one. There's some good regions coming up here.
I saw some big news from the Brewers yesterday about the new UW Credit Union area that they're going to have.
They got a bunch of fun stuff brewing in the plaza, right by that bridge, that walking bridge.
Yeah,
that you come in.
The one where we were for like the opener a few years ago, it was like 6 degrees outside, and we're standing outside doing it.
Very, very, very windy, and it was for every stage of life. 6 years ago? No, for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. And if you got cheddar on your mind, UW Credit Union can help. No monthly fee checking and great rates that help you keep more of that cheese. UW Credit Union, location for home loans with UW Credit Union's local experts. A great loan at a great rate is never far from home. Join today. Become a member like I did at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions to apply.
The 10 o'clock hour will begin shortly, and we are going to start with the Rasheed Walker news.
That's going to be in the bracket for disappointment compensatory pick.
I could whip one
options.
up quick if you want me to.
Put that in the bracket.
Not with the same level of graphics, I'm sure. That will kick off.
Did you
at 10
really
o'clock.
think that was a good idea? Did you really?
He did.
I got
He
two
did.
more.
No, but you legitimately, you came up and thought, boy, this is genius.
Because here,
I give you this football card idea I've wanted to do for 2 years on Digi Only, and it's a great idea. You refuse to do it. This you decide to chicken scratch on the back of your tax returns, and you put the 05 punt block into grade 8 of Wisconsin moments.
It was in the unexpected outcome region.
The unexpected.
You know what the expected outcome region was? That bracket sucked.
You started
and you nailed it.
complaining about
that was the
region.
expected results, and you crushed
The
that.
whole point of the brackets is they're by region. We got the Midwest, the West, the East. I got the themed regions to each of these brackets.
I can tell you what you can do with your themes. The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall. Home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination, 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall with 24 beers on tap, over 50 HD TVs, and of course, game day specials. It's the perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is the downtown home to basketball this March.
Homer here with a message about Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. Three Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You gotta go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on Three Pillars at threepillars.org. Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, which I'm sure will feature another bracket. Gulak.
Next one's a good one.
That's what you said about
That'd
the
be
first
one. That was good.
First one was good, too. You guys played it bad.
The unexpected outcome region.
Wasn't the winning a Rose Bowl in '94 unexpected?
Yeah. The whole season was.
Wasn't that unexpected?
Yeah, but that was in the 90s football region.
But it could have been in the unexpected, too.
Well, yeah, like the Badgers could be in the Midwest or the West.
Couldn't you just have done... Never mind.
But
I'm
that's
not gonna,
the number one overall.
Yeah, I'll get ready for the next one. We're going to be good with the next one. You guys talk about Rasheed Walker. How about that?
Sounds like a great idea. Rasheed Walker, per Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network. Remember when we the initial reports were that the contract for Sheeto was 1 year, $10 million?
I did remember that, yeah.
And we have warned many times over the years that until the paperwork is filed, you are relying on agents who have ulterior motives to be giving out statistical information.
Yeah, but these guys all know
contracts.
that these numbers are going to get out. So lying about it isn't going to help anybody.
Well, apparently, whoever the source was for the Rasheed Walker contract was inflating the numbers. It could be worth $10 million, perhaps. But on its face, 1 year, $4 million, 3.215, which seems like a very specific number, million guaranteed. Now, Rasheed Walker goes to Carolina, where their franchise left tackle tore his patellar tendon in a playoff game against the Rams. And their backup, former Packer Yosh Nijman, abruptly retired. So Sheeto is in position to potentially be their left tackle this season, and perhaps play well and earn a big contract there or elsewhere in 2027. But what does this say, Tausch, about what the market thought of him and how off we were in all these pre-free agency lists that had him as the 6th highest rated free agent and the 9th highest rated free agent? What does this tell us?
I don't want to. The easy thing here is to disparage media because they put that out. I'm not going to do that because they were right on a lot of things too. So I'm not going to, as much as I love disparaging media from time to time, I'm not going to do that. This tells you what the league feels about Rasheed Walker. And by the way, it also tells you what the Green Bay Packers thought of Rasheed Walker because this is a swing tackle. They paid old boy Kennard about the same money that Sheeto got. Now, there would have probably been a different vibe because Sheeto has started enough games here, and you always have to kind of look at how that affects a locker room. And Sheeto would think that he is going to be the starting left tackle. They obviously want Jordan Morgan to be that guy. But, there's a couple of different questions that brings. A, did the Green Bay Packers feel like Sheeto was a quality, good starting left tackle? It tells me they didn't. Because you would pay more than $3 or $4 million. In today's day and age, you would just do that. They decided not to. The question I have is, did they know and feel this way at any point last season and let Jordan Morgan go and hunt that job? I know there were injuries and that you had to balance some things, but just think how much better we'd feel because everybody knew going into training camp last year that Sheeto was going to be done after this year. This was the plan when you drafted Jordan. Now, that plan could have been usurped if he had really dominated at guard. All of a sudden, maybe then Sheeto, I don't know how Green Bay would have reacted had that been the case. Well, that didn't work the way I think a lot of us hoped. And Jordan Morgan is going to have every opportunity to win the left tackle job. But, boy, I'll steal a line from Hamilton. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have 8 or 10 games of Jordan Morgan out at left tackle and getting that experience and going through some things? Because now you're going in, and I know it was a big-time game up at the old Metrodome up there at the end of the year that he got. It was not a great day for him, but I'm going to wipe that because that game was just, obviously it was covered incredibly well.
Thank you.
By Channel 3000. But
appreciate that.
As far as everything else, it was kind of a blech. And we didn't get a lot. And This is where you plan things out. And I do think Green Bay felt Sheeto was going to get a big contract. But as things were going, you would have, if you valued, I always tell you this, people don't trust what people say. Oh, we respect and value you. Well, there comes a time when the proof's in the pudding. And this wasn't a big old bowl of pudding. This is a small little, this is one of those shot glasses. A Jell-O shot of pudding. And Green Bay looked at it and said, nah, we're good. For a fifth-year player that's been in your system that long.
And started 52 games for you.
Yeah, it's really disappointing on how that all played out. And I do think, listen, I thought Sheeto was a solid starter that did not finish the season well. Obviously, that Bear game has been critiqued beyond belief. He did not play. He did not play well. He was beaten. He got beat a lot. Myles Garrett. Everybody goes back and shows the Myles Garrett thing, and then he's imitating Sheeto, yelling, "Jordan, get rid of the ball!" And I thought that was really funny. But I'm going to tell you something. Great players get beaten by Myles Garrett. I'm not that one. Wipe it. But he didn't play well enough. He didn't get it. But the fact that Green Bay had that little shot of pudding, and they said, I'm good, tells you everything you need to know.
So I guess my other question, though, becomes if this is what the league thought of him.
And it is what the league thought of him.
Then why do you think at no point he wasn't replaced by the former first-round pick?
That, my friend, is a good question for Matt LaFleur, Adam Stenavich, and Luke Butkus.
Right?
Because it wasn't as if everybody was clamoring about how great of an offensive line we had last year. Everybody, including Brian Bulaga, myself, guys that want to say great things about our offensive line, did not. And the question is why? Because they obviously felt that Rasheed Walker was a better option last year than Jordan Morgan. And that makes you pause about what we're doing moving forward. Or at least it should.
Yeah, like if so, were the coaches? Did they just like Sheeto more than the rest of the league apparently did?
Well, no, they would have kept him if they did.
Like it makes me wonder if a player who hits the market and finds this market looking this way started at left tackle all those games and they didn't change their mind and say we got to go to Jordan Morgan. Because, look, they have not been afraid to bench people before.
They valued Kennard. Kennard was a bowl of pudding. Oh, boy. Kennard, they valued him more than Sheeto. Now, was that because Kennard has got his role? He's going to be a swing tackle and a tight end?
Tight end, yeah.
That's the question, right? I don't know, but it's very easy. I don't need to hear from anybody on this. It's right there. $3.5 million is what they're giving Kennard. I don't know if there's incentives. I don't know all of that, but that when you see that, it tells you how they viewed and how they felt. And for a group that was searching with some injuries and everything else, I guess you could say, well, maybe Jordan Morgan was too valuable because they had to bounce him. I don't buy that. I am very curious if you didn't feel like Sheeto was going to come back at all, and the group didn't play well, and he did not finish the season strong, then what were we doing?
Right. My question is, do they think so little of Jordan Morgan that they felt like Rasheed Walker was still the clear better option to them?
Jason, do coaches love winning?
Yes.
Do they want to have great O-lines that,
Yes.
There's your answer.
So they clearly believed that a guy that found the market that looked this way once he hit free agency was a better option than the guy that they had drafted in the first round in 2024. I don't know if Goody agreed with him, but that's what this says to me about the coaches. Which then makes me wonder, how good is Jordan Morgan going to be this year?
I'll say this. All offseason, I've said the receiver room is going to be better, even with Romeo Doubs leaving. I firmly believe that if everybody stays healthy, that group is going to be markedly better. Obviously, Tucker Kraft coming back, tight end group better. The O-line was struggled last year, and not that this had anything to do, because we all knew Shido was leaving. And it didn't matter when I thought he was making $10 million. It obviously is even more eye-opening when he's not. But it does make you wonder, when I know Brian said this a couple weeks ago, and I've said this is going to be, Jordan Morgan needs to be that guy.
Yeah.
And if he's not, whoa.
Mm-hmm. All right, we need to get back to Jesse's brackets soon.
Do we?
No, we don't, but we will.
What is the next one?
This is kind of one of those now where
statues, various statues around town.
It was so bad that I kind of want to do another one to see if that's how bad they all are.
No, it's going to get worse. He literally took some of the biggest moments, so now he's going to get more abstract, and that's going to get worse.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to the next one. After I tell you about Potawatomi Casino Hotel. You don't have to jump on a plane or a cruise ship to feel like you've escaped. You can do that and have your next getaway right in Milwaukee at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Start with the stay. The biggest hotel rooms in Milwaukee, nearly 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And you're just steps away from everything that's happening inside. And if you're hungry, and you know I usually am, then there's no better place. You got so many options, from the premium steaks of the Dream Dance Steakhouse to pizza, burritos, and quick bites at the Marketplace, Rock and Brews for that high-energy vibe, Canal Street Cafe, Ruyi Asian Kitchen, Cream City Coffee Company, food and drink specials happening all the time. And if you're planning a wedding, a birthday, or an anniversary, their event spaces are built to make it unforgettable. Sophisticated relaxation, incredible flavor, a full night out all in one place. And that place is Potawatomi Casino Hotel. More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Milwaukee, this is the night you don't want to miss. The Analysis Live is back, March 27th at the Riverside Theater in downtown Milwaukee. You never know who's going to step on stage. The Analysis has shocked the crowd in past years with surprise appearances by Giannis and Stephen A. Smith. This year, Ric Flair headlines the Analysis Live. The WWE legend, the Hall of Famer, the Nature Boy. You know there will be plenty of surprises. Friday night, March 27th at the Riverside Theater. Lock in your tickets now. TALiveshow.com. That's TALiveshow.com.
March into big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Refresh your home this season with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, beautiful new siding, or a stunning bath remodel, and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings during their March savings event. But this offer won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
At Associated Bank, we know it's not always fun thinking about saving. You know what is fun? Not thinking about it. That's why we call it automated savings. You save automatically. How much you want, how often you want, for whatever you want. And if you don't know how much to save, well, that's why we're here. We'll suggest an amount so you hit your target without ever thinking about it. See, saving can be fun, especially when it's automatic. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Remember how you felt when you were 25? Your morning workouts were a breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee. Does it feel like you're losing your edge? You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back to being the guy you used to be. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news, a rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS caused by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $152,000 in taxes because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a clear plan and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it, we help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait, call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
We're going to play Take It to the Bank in a little while. But first...
Hey, do you think Goody and Russ were surprised by Shido's deal?
Yeah, I think they probably were.
It's their job to not be surprised about that, though.
Yeah, but I would argue that this is, like, there's a lot of people that know a lot.
Wonder if there's some injury concern. Like, I do wonder if there's more to this story. Because it is really hard to find big guys that can move, and you can critique what you want about the last couple weeks of the season, but it was not. He's not a terrible player. He's not and I know that's kind of it feels like that's the vibe because of how it shook out. 7th round pick. I do believe there was some why he dropped as much. I think there was some injury concerns coming in, but he has stayed healthy.
Yeah,
and he's played. And there's a lot of guys that are making more money that I don't know have been as productive as Shido. So I'm sure there'll be more to this story, as Paul Harvey used to always say. But I do think the Packers were surprised, and I just wonder if Goody knew what he knew. If he didn't know now what he did know then, would he bring Shido back? Because if he didn't want him for $4 million. I'm really curious.
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I would say that's exactly why I think that they were surprised, because even if you wanted to start Jordan Morgan
got
at
a
left
lot
tackle
of
this
uncertainty,
year,
man. Bringing him back for $4 million is a heck of a nice insurance policy.
Yep. You're exactly right. So that's what makes me think that they were
I do
surprised.
think, and this is where locker room dynamics come into play. Because Shido would not come back here to be a backup.
No. And he's going to be their starting left tackle there.
He will be the starting left tackle. And Carolina was a playoff team, if my memory serves me, last year, right?
Yes.
So
their tackle got hurt.
I do, for his sake, I hope he takes this. And I really appreciated Shido. We had him on our show, and it was right after, I think, Jordan Morgan got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most guys, especially a first-year starter like he was at that point, would have probably taken – he could take that one of two ways. He took it head on, said, I'm going to win the job. And one of the more surprising moments, we kind of thought that they'd go through training camp. I remember going up for the opening of Dream Drive, and I think they announced Sheeto starting the left tackle after the ribbon got cut. After Dan Kelly is sitting there struggling with that big old scissors, I think before the ribbon got cut, I think they said, yeah, Sheeto's our left tackle. So kudos, but just a very – this is why you always want to over-deliver on things. And there's so much stuff out there. Sheeto's the narrative ran away when I think realistically people were always looking at him as more of a swing tackle or a replacement starter, more so than being the Trent Williams, David Bakhtiari. I don't think anyone viewed him that way, but the market always is looking for good offensive tackles, and in this case the market showed and said they don't buy that, at least not yet, when it comes to Sheeto.
Oh, you're right about all those things. All right. Well, I'm glad we had a smart conversation because next we're going to do another bracket.
Now, is this Digi only? Or are we doing this on the air too?
No, this is this.
We're doing it on the air.
Oh, this is on the air too?
It's a big day, bracket day. A tournament's getting started. Everybody's all about brackets, so this is something we want to share with everybody.
You know what I should have done? I should have put together
sick.
No, it's next week. A bracket of these shows that I have not watched that I want to watch.
I got scrap paper if you want to put one together.
Maybe I will.
At 11 o'clock.
Why don't you fire me that, since that paper's so valuable? Fire me that. I think I'm gonna only do 4. I'm not gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
And I'm gonna actually let our audience, our fans, pick what show I should start.
Nice.
Okay.
Thanks. Then I'm also looking for national parks. We're still trying to figure out a national park.
Well, we should have done that,
We're
too.
going to do national parks that we want to go
Where
visit.
was this in show prep?
The unexpected area. I didn't know that was a national park region.
You could have Grand...
Oh, that's a monument region. We could have regionized the whole dang thing.
You can't have Grand Canyon against Yosemite. Sure you can in the West region.
I legit didn't know we were just throwing really dumb ideas and bracketing them. That's Thursday. It's Dumb Idea Thursday. That's good.
That's not very nice.
True.
What is nice is Associated Bank's great customer service, and you can experience it yourself if you make the switch today. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more about that great customer service, about early pay, about credit monitoring, about fraud protection, about Badgers checking, about Brewers checking, about Packers checking, and all the great people that are there as well. It has been a great switch for us, and it will be for you as well. Been there over a decade now. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. I have no idea what's going to happen with this bracket next, but that's what's next. So please.
I think you have an idea. I think you have a really good idea.
Stick around.
Wilde Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Your brand doesn't need more square footage.
It needs more wow.
When you work with Captivate Exhibits, trade show booths become magnets. Lobbies become living stories. Break rooms become culture builders.
Captivate creates experiences people don't just see, they feel.
For more than 30 years, their award-winning team has transformed big ideas into bold brand moments that command attention and drive results.
Stop blending in.
Start captivating.
Visit CaptivateExhibits.com.
What if you could have a spa-level sweat session at home for about 25 cents a day? That's why I love my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas. You can check them out in person at the State Fair Park Expo Center's Home and Garden Show, March 20th through the 29th. It's the perfect chance to step inside, compare models, and even ask questions. Good Health Saunas has been doing this for more than 20 years, and they back it all with a true lifetime warranty, which was huge for me. If an infrared sauna has been on your list, find Good Health Saunas at State Fair Park, March 20th through the 29th.
Calling all seafood lovers, the lobster salad sub is officially back at Cousin Subs. Fresh lobster mixed with our creamy signature mayo, topped with tomato and onion, served over crisp lettuce, and finished with a sprinkle of Old Bay. All on our fresh-baked Italian bread. It's a crave-worthy classic you can enjoy in store, online, or on the app, but only through April 5th. So catch it while you can. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a call.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Start your Milwaukee weight loss program now to lose weight fast. Many lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Call for your free consultation. 262-235-3980. 262-235-3980 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
The Island Resort and Casino is the Midwest's premier resort destination, giving guests the total experience with a luxury hotel, full-service spa, live lounge and headline entertainment, multiple dining options, and more, all surrounding a lively Vegas-style casino. And atop many a golfer's bucket list are the island's 2 championship courses, Sweetgrass and Sage Run. When we say your total experience, we mean it. Plan your getaway today at islandresortandcasino.com.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
All right. It can't be worse, can it? Can't be worse than the first bracket. It's got to be better than the first bracket.
You wouldn't think.
Oh, I got a hunch it's going to be. I think it's going to progressively get worse.
Okay. We'll find out together as it is time now for Jesse Nelson's bracket number 2.
Bracket day, a little Wilde Tausch bracketology. And this time, in honor of NFL free agency, we're a week into it now. Week plus. So,
let me guess.
The committee, the Nelson Commission of Athletic Achievement Committee, the NCAA Selection Committee.
Are you not going to throw anybody else under the bus? This is a solo operation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have put together a bracket with 4 regions of the best Packers free agent signings of all time.
Reggie
White wins. Okay, what's next?
Okay, well, I mean, that is one way.
Now in the obvious bracket.
That you could look at it. So,
Okay.
I mean, we could play it out.
Let me guess, you have him and Charles Woodson going in the first round.
Here's the bracket.
Pretty well done.
Oh, my God.
So we have the Super Bowl champion bracket.
I'm going to say this.
Region.
For bang for your buck, I'm putting Desmond Howard in the championship.
So in the first region, we have Charles Woodson versus Desmond Howard.
Is that a bang for your buck, or is it just on achievement?
You can use whatever criteria you want to put
anything
on it.
that can save anything that can save this bracket.
So what criteria would you use when comparing Charles Woodson and Desmond Howard? Who is the better
the only way Desmond wins is Super Bowl MVPs and or bang for your buck, because Charles Woodson is the second best free agent signing we've had in the free agency era.
So who's your pick?
In that battle?
Yeah.
Well, Charles Woodson.
Yeah, we can't. There's no.
Like, if you had Desmond Howard and Billy Turner, well, that's an interesting little battle.
It's not an interesting.
Desmond to win.
What about Desmond Howard and Xavier McKinney?
Well, so now we have
Desmond Howard.
How about we go down to the modern?
Right. I would agree.
The modern current Packers era region: Josh Jacobs versus Xavier McKinney.
Taking Hobbs.
Nate Hobbs. He's not on the bracket.
Aaron Banks.
Hobbsy.
Josh Jacobs versus Xavier McKinney.
Mark Bullrichter.
Who's been the better signing
Xavier
so
McKinney. X-Man.
I was going to pick Josh Jacobs.
Great. Jesse, you're the tiebreaker.
I think McKinney, because when Jacobs has been out, the offense has generally been fine.
Okay. But with Xavier in there, they gave up 25 points, and he dropped a pick that ended up...
That's true. That did happen.
It's a tough call. This was a tough one. This was your best one.
Yeah, see? Now you're getting the game a little bit.
The only good one
No,
we've
the volleyball and the hockey was good, too. That was good.
Yeah,
that was a good...
you.
Your bottom left has been a good
All
setup.
right, good. Now we go
Everything else has been just god-awful.
Let's go up to the pass rush region, which is Preston and Zadarius Smith on the same line. They count as one versus Santana Dotson.
Why didn't you put Santana Dotson and another player like Sean Jones, who was the defensive end opposite Reggie, who's also was a great player, so at least to be 2-on-2.
You know what? The committee is worthy of being critiqued. That's part of what stirs conversation around the sport. Good observation, Jason.
Who was the guy that we signed probably my second or third year? Joe
Johnson. Definitely.
Joe Johnson should be on there. This one goes. This one's a little bit trickier.
I was just about to say this is the best one I've seen.
I think that bottom left, but I'm going Santana.
Santana and Sean Jones advance. I agree. They helped the Packers win a Super Bowl, and the Smith brothers did not.
And you're not.
But the Smith brothers, they did a great job of interviewing together. That was a fun little. I thought that was fun.
Largely unproductive.
Are you even going to entertain a Reggie White versus Julius Peppers
Reggie wins this thing, and it's not close. You can just move it along.
Yeah.
Charles versus Reggie, and Reggie wins that pretty handily.
Okay. Well, then I will. Anything you'd like to say to actually help with the exercise a little bit here?
Yeah, this was better than the first bracket.
Yeah, it was
Marginally so.
You did get better. Reggie White, you can make a really good argument, is the most impactful outside of maybe Drew Brees. But if you want to start looking at other things, if it's just on the field and the impact in flipping a franchise, it's Drew and it's Reggie. Those two free agent signings completely turned organizations, cities, franchises around. I don't know who else you could put in that category. Help me out. There are others. But Drew and Reggie are your two greatest free agent impactful signings that I can recall.
Yeah, I don't think that there's been a lot of big money signings over the years, and maybe I'm blanking on some of them that were transformative, but Reggie White he's not only that, but he's kind of the godfather of free agency, right? Like, he was leading the charge for there to even be free agency, and then once he hit free agency, he was the big fish. So no one springs to mind as even in the same conversation as him.
Yeah, Drew Brees is in the same conversation. New Orleans stunk. They got wiped out. They were no interest in bringing him. Chargers let him go, and then he led them to all that success and a championship. Yeah, Drew Brees is there.
Right, but he was. But I agree with what he accomplished. But like he was, I don't think he was. He was not projected that way, right? Like as you mentioned, the Chargers didn't even feel the need to keep him.
Yeah, but I mean, if he hadn't ripped his shoulder up, but he did, so take that into account. But if he hadn't,
I'm here to report that the NFL.com list of the greatest free agents agrees with you. Reggie White 1, Drew Brees 2. Would you like to guess who 3 is? He's a quarterback.
Okay, a quarterback. Tom Brady?
Close.
Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning or
Yeah.
Peyton?
Motivated Manning.
You did the painting at the Sendix thing and I made the joke about Peyton. Never.
Yeah, no, I liked it. That was fun.
Okay, all right. Just in case you're wondering, number 4, Deion Sanders.
Yeah, it was big.
Number 5, Kurt Warner by the Arizona Cardinals. Charles Woodson is 6th.
Yeah, pretty good job by for a team that draft develops and now draft and releases or replaces.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good job when you do dabble in that little pond we call free agency.
Right. But to your point, and to our point, not a lot. I mean, this list: Curtis Martin is 7th, Rich Gannon is 8th, Shannon Sharp to Baltimore is not not a lot. Nothing compares to Reggie
Sinead O'Connor
and Iron Jock fitness gear as well. No, it's the top 2, and then it's everybody else. Is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
All right, that was better. I can't wait to see what the 11 o'clock hour bracket is.
Improvements.
It could not have been worse, though. You would agree. Like, it was almost impossible for it to get worse.
Oh, just wait. It could.
You don't know what the last category is coming up a little bit later.
Are you going to try, and you're not going to tell me for fear of premature criticism?
Just because Breaking Bad or Lost, which of those shows should I watch?
Well, wait a minute. We could still do it. Why don't we do this bracket next?
Because I'm not going to go and draw this up. I don't know the other. These are the 2 shows I want to watch. I'm not going to.
You're not counting Landman?
I'm already watching Landman.
Okay.
No, but not really. You've seen like 2 episodes.
We got a little spring break thing coming. I'm going to hopefully get caught up with maybe the whole thing. Maybe. I think I'm in episode 8. I think there's only 10 and the new season's completely out.
Okay. Good luck. All right. Well, I'm still curious. You can tell us what these shows are that are in contention.
What are a couple others? I just want 4.
Paradise.
Okay. No. But I want old shows like Sopranos could be on there. I haven't watched all of Sopranos. The Wire could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Legendary shows that I haven't watched.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the text portion of the Carbless Talk and Text line. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776.
I wish I hadn't watched Entourage because I'd love to go back and watch that fresh. But I did watch
it's been so long. Don't you think a lot of it would feel fresh?
Maybe.
I do recommend The Wire. It is extremely well done. Here's what I would like. Text us your suggestions for shows that Tausch should stream.
And then we'll bracket it up.
Yes.
Okay.
And we got time to do that.
I think I gave 4 that are going to be tough to beat, though.
West Wing?
I haven't watched it. That sounds like it'd be up my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Wings? Watch Wings.
I was flipping through channels the other night, and that is on in syndication on some
channel?
Remote channel.
Oh,
yeah,
tell me which channel that is.
I did not make note of it. I will have to do a little more research on that. All right, what shows should Tausch stream? 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless Talk and Text line.
Put Breaking Bad from me in there since it doesn't allow me to put it in there. Can you, in my proxy, can you put Breaking Bad?
Of course.
Okay.
Where do you want us to put that? The text line?
No, in the deal.
The bracket.
The little YouTube chat. The thing that they won't let me, even though I subscribe to both ESPN Madison and MY, they won't let me do it.
Uh-huh.
Can I tell people about Thanalysis? No?
Please.
Okay.
Big day today.
I don't think anybody has stopped you.
No, he kind of did. Breaking news from the team at Thanalysis Live with Ric Flair as the featured guest. Right now, it's a special event for next Friday's show. Buy one and we buy the other. That's right. Thanalysis Live is one of the biggest nights in Wisconsin sports, and we don't want anyone to miss out. So if you buy one ticket, ESPN Wisconsin is going to buy the other. Be there for the night that will have everyone talking. March 27th at the Riverside Theater. Thanalysis Live is completely unpredictable with Thanasis Antetokounmpo and surprise guests. Were you there when Stephen A. Smith joined? What about when Bobby Portis showed up and brought down the house? Were you there sitting when Giannis walked onto the stage? Thanalysis Live is can't miss. So go to TALiveshow.com, TALiveshow.com. That's where you get the tickets, and enter the code ESPN WIBOGO. Okay, ESPN WIBOGO at checkout. That's ESPN WIBOGO. When you check out, that the stars will be out. Woo! And so should you. Buy one, get one for Thanalysis Live on March 27th at the Riverside Theater, TALiveshow.com. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
We're on the Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is ready to slip someone into a green jacket. The next tournament of the season is here, and there's $1,000 in cash prizes. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a two-man scramble at Georgia Golf Club, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious, state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and all teams must compete their round by March 31st. Who's walking away with the cash, and who's earning that green jacket?
A very hearty hello to you good people out there. I'm Ruth from Hurricane Bank. I suppose you thought I was in Downpatrick in County Down, but I'm right here in the Mayfair Collection branch of Hurricane Bank. Did you know that Hurricane Bank has been serving people like your good selves for 130 years? So they're good at it. Come on in to any of our 20 branches and see for yourselves.
Member FDIC.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. And now, through March 22nd, our listeners can get 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's HOODIE40. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Hi, it's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Eight 844-770-3776. Taking your suggestions for Tausch's bracket of shows that he can start streaming. We'll get back to sports as well during the 11 o'clock hour. Jesse, Aaron in Mad City, who was the one who dropped the zinger on you in the YouTube comments about taking today off in advance of taking tomorrow off. Isn't your show The Blacklist?
I love The Blacklist.
Yeah, he does too. That's his suggestion
Okay,
for
so that
Tausch.
gets in. That's not going to win, but okay.
10 seasons of The Blacklist.
That's a lot.
That's
too
quite
many.
an
It
undertaking.
really ends after 8.
It might be too many. They just strung it along for some
Yeah,
cash.
like it ends after 8, and then it's like overtime for 2 seasons, but you don't really need to do the last 2.
Okay.
He also suggests Prison Break.
I've heard that's good. Okay.
Season 1, one of the best seasons for a show ever created. Geriad, good old Frenchie, has a bunch of suggestions for you as well.
I'll tell you what. So I'm going to be distracted, as you know. I'm in the Everlight Solar Studio.
I heard Jesse turned on the games.
He's turning on the tellies, and I just saw something. I have not watched The Price is Right since Bob Barker, and I don't know if Bob is still alive. Is he still rolling, or did he pass?
He is no longer.
He is no longer.
Oh, R.I.P. to Bob. He is the GOAT. Him and Trebek
Bob is Bob.
Him and Trebek are goatsies. Drew Carey, Jesse loves him. I have not watched the show
Coming
since...
up on like 25 years he's been doing Prices Right now. No credit for Drew.
Do you know Adam Sandler produces The Price is Right? This is where you talk.
I did not know that, Tausch.
Okay. Well, that was awkward silence there.
All right. The Adam Sandler associated with The Price is Right is a director and producer who has led the show since 2013. Different.
It's not the same Adam
than
Sandler.
the Adam Sandler.
I thought, boy, would that be weird. Here he is putting all these movies out, playing pickup basketball everywhere. And he's doing Price is Right?
Did that voice do something to your vocal cords there?
We broke them.
I feel like Brian Anderson.
Tough to get into the media industry with the name Adam Sandler and not be the Adam Sandler. I would probably consider
Or you
changing
utilize it to your advantage like Adam Sandler just did.
I don't know if that's to his advantage at all. Like, you just mistook him for...
How much hoops do you think Chuck Barkley's watched? College hoops. I think it's pretty minimal, right?
More than you would think.
No, I think it's
but
less than I think.
Like, he didn't watch Jay Billis levels of college basketball, but I don't think he watched Tausch levels of college basketball.
So Dr. Denver Dan in the YouTube comments speaks for all of us when he says, so Tausch asks for recommendations, and then we move on to Adam Sandler running
I'm still listening. I'm still listening. Jesse's going to draw up a bracket, and we're going to funnel that thing out.
All right, keep sending those to the YouTube comments and to the Carbless Talk and text line. Lists is more. We'll kick off the 11 o'clock hour, during which Jesse and Tausch will be watching basketball next. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCAA. Terms and conditions apply.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
Let's celebrate Milwaukee. Ewald Automotive Group's 62-year anniversary sale is on. This month, we're celebrating with anniversary savings on over 1,400 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Payments as low as $250 a month. Financing as low as 0%. Plus 2 years of included maintenance on us. The Ewald Automotive Group's 62-year anniversary sales event. This month only at every Ewald location. Go to EwaldAuto.com.
Select models with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
Prizes,
Flyaways,
even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
This is Wisconsin basketball head coach Greg Gard. This is 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD2, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour, Wilde and Tausch, continuing to take your suggestions for Tausch to stream during his sabbatical.
Oh, God, he's not even facing us. Yeah. That was a bad idea.
I just see the Mash. I love Jamal Mashburn as a player back in the day. He's wearing a jumpsuit on air. I love it. Love it.
So you're saying that you're more dressed up than Jamal Mashburn is today?
Today, yeah. I think so.
Well, I would not have expected that. So I told you about 2 days into the most recent, well, I guess this is more recent now, Giannis saga that I was burned out already. Remember that?
Yeah. I mean, we're all burned out on it.
Yeah, but I was an early adopter of being burned out. Now I'm even more burned out. And apparently... did I see this earlier today? I think Jen Latta sent it to us. Toxic is a word that was used about where things stand between the team and the player.
Yeah, that song, Britney. It's a shame we have royalty free, but that song "Toxic" was always good.
That's true. Yes, I believe Adam Sandler produced it too. Jesse, catch me up on this because Giannis wants to keep playing.
Here, I'll catch you up on it. Here, let me give you a quick synopsis. Giannis wanted to be traded before the trading deadline. He didn't want to say it. He knew the team stunk. He knew he wasn't going to do it. I told you when I went to that Oklahoma City game, I'd never seen. He was just very disengaged. Like that's the everybody in the building saw it. I'm sure the ownership, everybody sees it. They weren't going to get a deal done that they wanted. Giannis is a competitor. Giannis decided to come back from his calf injury. He's played. I think that they've tried to acquiesce. He's miserable. He's not happy. And I don't know if anything is going to solve. The Bucks now are looking at it. They ain't making the playoffs. There was a hope when they had that little bit where they would win a little bit, that they could maybe get in the play-in. Those dreams are dashed. It's over. Now he tweaks his knee a little bit, and he's going to continue because he is a warrior. And he is.
Yes, he prides himself on that.
I want to make sure everybody understands. I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say he is a competitive. I love everything about Giannis when it comes to his on-the-court stuff. But I just think there needs to be some maturity on both sides of this. Mm-hmm. And Giannis just has to understand, I know you want to play. I understand all of that. But the season's over. We need to try and secure a draft pick. I don't know what's going to happen with you. I think we all know he's going to get traded, or at least we feel that's my guess. And the best way moving forward is let's finish this season up. Let's give our young guys an opportunity to play, and let's try and get a draft pick that's going to be as best as we can, knowing that we have to swap it with eventually Atlanta. Losing out here and doing it, I know that's not the way to do things. This season's lost. It's over. It's done. It's been done for a while. We all seen that. And that's where this is at. And Giannis, because he's a competitor, he does not want to have anyone think he's not going to scramble and compete to get back to play, even though the games are useless and not going to help you long-term with the franchise. That's where we're at right now with Giannis.
And so now he wants to play, as this story on ESPN.com outlines, and I believe it was our friend Eric Name that had it first. So you're always talking about solutions. You said both sides need to show more maturity. How do you traverse these next few weeks with him without making matters even worse than they already are?
I don't think they're going to be any worse. I just don't think they're in a great spot. So at this point, you just say, this is what we're doing. That's what you do, because there is nothing good going to come from it. What is it going to do if Giannis plays the last 2 weeks? You're worried about injury. Obviously, I heard Evan on Unsportsmanlike this morning bring up an interesting point. If something did happen to Giannis that was semi-serious, it actually wouldn't be the end of the world for the Bucks, because the Bucks could then guarantee that they're going to re-sign him. And I'm like, boy, is that a dark way of looking at things.
Right.
But the reality is there is nothing. The Bucks at this point, you could just say you've already let Giannis make some moves, whether it's coaching and or players. Like, he's been a part of this. You don't have to say he's the GM, because he's not, but he is very involved, and he should be, and he should have been. In this case, for as much as I would say the Bucks should take back control of this, if you want to keep Giannis, which I believe they do, you acquiesce. But as far as the long-term, what the Bucks should do, they should sit down with Giannis, explain it to him, and say, this is where we're headed. This is what we're doing. And then you leave it up to him if he sees that vision for what the Milwaukee Bucks are doing. Because I think letting him just continue to do whatever he wants, it has not worked. It has not worked.
Right. Jesse, look, you obviously felt that this was important enough for us to discuss. I have made my feelings known about the Giannis saga. I'm kind of at the point now where whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I just want it to happen, so we're done with it. I guess I'm curious where you stand on this and why you feel this was vital for us to discuss.
I always think it's interesting, and especially given Tausch and your experiences covering Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers and some of the other greats that have come through Green Bay, like how it ends for legendary players with different organizations, especially the ones who are beloved. Like Giannis will probably go down in the history books as the greatest Milwaukee Bucks player of all time.
No, he is. There's no kind.
It's not even close.
No.
I agree. I wasn't around for Kareem and all that, but to me, it's Giannis and it's not close.
Yes.
So the ending of how that run looks in Milwaukee, everyone would hope that it would be like Kobe's final year with the Lakers, where you go around and you have this big celebration. And
by the way, the Lakers stunk in Kobe's last couple
They did,
years.
but you played your entire career with one team.
No, I don't care about rocking chairs and anything else. Giannis still has good years left, and okay, continue. But I'm not interested in rocking. I'm not interested in rocking chairs.
What did the end look like for Tim Duncan with the Spurs?
Strong.
What's it going to look like for LeBron? We know what it looked like for Michael Jordan.
You know what it looked like with Tim Duncan? Tony Parker and Manu carrying the load, helping the old man get another one. That's what it looked like. And Kawhi Leonard. We don't have that.
And that's why I think this is fascinating, because it definitely feels like we've turned the page, and it's now, how is this going to end? Not when it's going to end or if it's going to end.
It's going to end badly.
Does it feel, Jesse, does it feel to you like those two quarterbacks you mentioned? Because those were both, they drafted their replacements. The organization kind of started the clock and sent the message.
It was not a good comparison. I don't want to be mean to Jesse. But
I'm not saying there is a Well, I guess I'm saying there's a comparison. I'm not saying it is like that, though.
Let's just cut right to the juice of this whole deal. Let's just cut to it. Let's stop mincing and I think it's interesting.
What?
Is Giannis going to be on the Milwaukee Bucks in October of next year? That's what this comes down to. All of this other stuff is moot. Is he going to play the last 2 weeks of a season that's been absolutely garbanzo? It's been a bad year. There ain't no spin in it. Giannis has missed 32 games. We haven't won with him. We haven't won without him. It's just been blah. We stink. What are we going to do? Are we going to try and reset this or not? Is Giannis going to be in Milwaukee playing for the Bucks in October of next season? That's what this comes down to.
No.
I agree.
I agree, no.
But I guess my question, other than pride, right? I mean, look, Aaron Rodgers played with a broken left wrist, but the Steelers had something to play for. They made the playoffs, right? Other than pride, and I always play through everything, and I'm a warrior, which you said at the very beginning of this conversation.
I agree. That plantar fascia you fought through this year was pretty much I thought you said you.
We respect.
Doc McKenzie, respect the heck out of getting you back up out that car and getting you back covering the squad.
Suggestions for shows that Tausch can stream. Other than just the pride of I play through everything, like Favre once did. What is the upside for Giannis to play?
Players want to play.
That's
it. There is no other upside, Jason.
I mean,
and by the way, I admire the heck.
I do too. I do.
But that's not for. It's not his. That's the tricky part of this. But the bottom line is he going to be a Milwaukee Buck next season? The answer by almost everybody that is answering the question right now is saying no. So then what are we talking about? You do what's best for your organization. That's what you do.
Which is having him not play, and you're just going to piss him off further, and that's life in the big city. Because he's going to be gone anyway.
Now you got to do what's best for the organization. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if he's going to be there, but it would certainly be intriguing to find some of those answers. That next week, right? You were just, woo! Be interesting to find out. Probably get some good insight if he is there, which I don't know if he is.
Yeah, I don't know either. It would be a surprise guest. There are some others that I hear
just
are
for
being
historical references, and I'm not going to say yay or nay. Historically, TA has done, 2 or 3 of these, right? Jesse, you're the historian on the panel.
Yeah, there's at least 3.
This is the 4th.
I feel like Giannis has been at a bunch of them. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
Hopefully he's there, and we'll all show up, because we got BOGO, so you could buy one ticket and I'll take the free one.
And it's like a legit BOGO. I've been a big proponent of getting rid of the BOGO half off. No.
That's...
Buy one, get one free. There ain't no BOGO 3/4 percentage points off. Like, if you're going to BOGO something, BOGO it.
That's actually a really good point, and there's been a proliferation of the buy one, get one half off, which is just a total scam. What is not a scam is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Am I right?
No BOGOs needed here. Our homes need to be ready for just about anything in Wisconsin year-round. Just check the weather this week. It's been crazy. That's the beauty of Wisconsin, and that's the beauty of Pella. They focus on quality and durability in everything they do. The right windows and doors vastly improve your home's comfort, efficiency, and style. You will get expert recommendations designed around your home, your needs, and within your budget. Don't miss out. Zero financing till 2032. 2032? How did I say 32? 2032.
Terrific 32.
The terrific 32. Zero financing for 6 more years. This offer does end on the 31st of March. So visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
Bracket number 3.
So wait, do you want me to do my bracket or do you want to do Tausch's TV bracket next?
Do we have enough nominees? We could have a 64-show bracket at the Ring.
I've got a 4 TV show bracket here based on
let's do this. We will fold in your third bracket into Wonelli, and we will do Tausch's TV bracket next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yuengling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yuengling Legends Line.
Frank Kaminsky joining us here on Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Who was your favorite teammate of all time?
The Yuengling Legends Line.
See, it's a baiting question because you want me to say you. You were annoying to play with.
Yuengling, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Your taste buds are in luck. The Reuben is back at Cousin Subs. Try this classic sub grilled to order just for you. Stacked with corned beef, Wisconsin Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut topped with Thousand Island dressing and served on rye bread. And our delicious mint shake is back. Both the Reuben and mint shake can be ordered via the Cousins app or online for a limited time only. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. And now, through March 22nd, our listeners can get 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's HOODIE40. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up. Shop now at ironjock.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Feeling lucky? Then roll into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee this March for Lucky Rollers. Every Thursday, we're giving away over $70,000 in prizes. Play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries, and you can roll out with $550 in reward play. Or get lucky and win your share of $16,000 in cash. Lucky Rollers, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Buying or selling a home isn't just a transaction. It's one of life's biggest decisions.
That's why clarity, trust, and the right guidance matter, especially in an ever-changing market.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
I'm John Lorenz.
And I'm Taylor Mangini. Our team delivers a white glove experience at every price point, combining expert negotiation, local insight, and genuine care.
Get started today with a team you can trust at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Give me your biggest takeaway.
One. Oh, number one?
Yes.
With the bullet, it's not even close. Micah Parsons is the guy we thought he is.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
All right, Jesse, let's see this bracket. I'm sure it's high-quality graphics like yours were.
Hang on, I got to get our music here. All right, here we go.
Where are you at? Beloit? Where is your mind and body at?
Oh,
right
no,
now?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I still got 2 games to call at the Kohl Center this afternoon, Tausch. I got the Division III semifinals coming up on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Lake Mills, chance to get to the state tournament championship game here this week. All right, so we do have Tausch's.
You know what I'd like to see since we're talking bracketology?
Sure, yeah.
The Knipples, are they Division I?
They are.
Okay, I would love to see.
Should they have been able to start playing high school basketball when they were in 7th grade?
After you win state championships, I want those 4 teams to play at Fiserv, bracketed out the next week.
All the champions?
Yes. I want you to bracket it off, and you seed. All right, then obviously the Knipples would be heavy favorites. They'd be the 1 seed. They'd play the 4. You could go and you could bracket it out and seed it. I'd love to see that down at Fiserv. I think that'd be fun. 1 day. Or you go 2 days because you'd have to have a champion, then there'd be a 3rd place, and you hand out medals.
So you're
third place games. We love third place.
You got to have a medal.
You're now saying that winning a state championship isn't enough.
No, it's awesome. You don't think they want to see? Because there's a lot of times
you want
division.
more kids to lose their last game of their career rather than win it.
I want to see a Division 4 or Division 3 team come back and say, I told you we could play with those boys. That's what I want to see. Okay?
And if they get beat by 45.
Nobody cares. It's like, yeah, that's part of the deal. Big underdogs. I think it'd be fun. Great showcase for hoops. Tell me why I'm crazy. Tell me I'm crazy.
I think you should win the gold ball at the Kohl Center and win a state championship, and that should be your culminating moment of your athletic career for many high school athletes.
You don't want to compete.
We don't need to go lose to the Knipples.
You don't want to compete.
I don't want to go lose to the Knipples.
But you don't think the boys want to take a shot at the Knipples?
I think everybody wants to take a shot at the Knipples.
Stop saying Knipple.
Why? It's their name.
How do you want to pronounce it?
Khan's kids.
They're not.
All right, what's our bracket for the TV shows?
So we have the 4 TV shows for Tausch to choose from here. And this is based on all the responses that I saw on the
No Sopranos or
ESPN
Lost,
Wisconsin
huh?
Talk. No, Lost actually got some down votes.
So people don't even get into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sopranos, I think, is just kind of a given because that's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yeah. Okay.
So here are our 4. On the left-hand side, we have Breaking Bad versus True Detective.
So True Detective switches their cast because I know Woody Harrelson and whatchamacallit did the first one. It
Matthew
got
McConaughey. And that was really good.
Correct. And it's a new story every season, right?
L-I-V-I-N, living.
And then on the other side of the bracket, we have Peaky Blinders with a lot of votes.
That's good. Okay.
Versus The Wire.
Oh, this
Peaky Blinders, that's with the guy from Tausch's Atomic Bomb movie that he watched.
That's a British movie. Isn't that about Britain?
It is British, yes.
British.
Might want to watch that with the closed captioning on.
Yeah, this is easy. So I appreciate everybody chiming in. I wish I could chime in with you.
The Wire.
It's Breaking Bad versus The Wire. Like this, and well bracketed, because that's a no-brainer for me. The answer I'm going with I'm going Breaking Bad to win the championship.
Wait a minute.
So
how long am I supposed to? How long do you want me to pause and have dead air?
Don't you know anything about working in TV?
Yeah, I do.
Here?
I thought my producer could plug in.
Add a little drama. Tell us what you know about the shows.
Breaking Bad, one of the great actors, and I have seen Breaking Bad is listed as the greatest show of all time on a lot of rankings. I've wanted to get into it. I've always kind of steered clear. I'm not a big meth guy. It's not my deal. So I tried to steer clear. The Wire, I've heard really good things about, too. So they're both going to be intriguing. I'm hoping to get to both, but I'm picking right now. I love the dentist from Seinfeld. I think he's been great. He's been on other shows.
Tim Watley.
I'm going Breaking Bad for the championship. That is what I'm going to go with.
Going to the Super Bowl with Tim Watley. So I just want to make sure that we don't clip out of context.
Yeah,
I'm not a big meth guy.
I mean, at least he said not. That's good.
I'm just a smaller meth guy. Just I don't. So I never finished Breaking Bad. It was like the Wire isn't filled with a bunch of heroic characters either. But it just was too dark for me. Like it was just a bunch of really bad people, and it was all varying degrees of bad in Breaking Bad.
You got to have someone to root for in the show.
Me personally, that's
stop
how
giving
I'm
it away.
wired.
I haven't watched it.
I don't think I gave anything away.
Okay.
The title's Breaking Bad.
Knipple.
Not Breaking Good.
And Knipple's going to win a chip this week.
So I'm curious. And again, these all feel like pretty daunting undertakings. Like all these shows have a lot of seasons. Not as many as The Blacklist or Law and Order. But you got your work cut out for you, buddy.
Watching TV is not work. I know Jesse thinks it is, but it's not.
And can be.
Is it?
Sometimes.
All right, I am going to start. Now, you think kids can watch Breaking Bad, right?
Oh, my God.
What do you mean, no? Like, you're telling me a high school kid can't watch Breaking Bad?
I don't think kids should probably watch any of these shows, if I had to guess.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
After you watch Wedding Crashers together, did that ever actually happen, by the way?
No, we paused. We put a pause on that.
Do you think Max has now reached an age where you can watch it?
We watched Top Gun, that first one. There's some stuff going on there now.
When you can watch Wedding Crashers, all these shows become fair game. I think that's a good metric.
All right, well, Breaking Bad, I'm going to watch with Max. He'll watch with me. I don't know if that's good parenting or bad parenting. I'm not interested in anybody's feedback on that. It's probably not great, though.
So can I just make one suggestion, which also has a lot of adult themes?
Yeah, sure.
How about Ted Lasso?
That's nice.
Okay, I'll think about it.
It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, we have that. All right, I'll take a look.
It's not in the bracket,
not on
though.
Peacock. So if it's
I thought it was a little bit premature to take it all the way down to 4 so quickly.
And I'm kind of looking at, because they're doing another season. I want these shows to be dead. I want to watch them while they're rising.
Meth.
Yes.
Are we also going to talk about how you were the one who nominated Breaking Bad to be in the bracket and then it won based on your picks?
That is true. But I'm guessing Breaking Bad would have been brought up.
Predetermined. It's like the NFL season with the script.
I don't think you were very open to any of the other options that were in the bracket.
The Wire is very close. Had you put Sopranos in there, I think it's a dogfight. I think Sopranos in a dogfight.
All right. I had higher hopes for that, but then again, I've had higher hopes for all of our brackets so far today. And other than Santana Dotson plus Sean Jones versus the Smith brothers, I feel like I've been disappointed. So we've got one more left. It will be included and folded into Wonelli. It is coming up after Tausch tells us about the next Annex Wealth Management.
Oh yeah, when I return from spring break, I will have a fun little announcement. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. And you know what? Jesse was filling out these brackets on the back of his tax forms. When you did your taxes this year, what did you notice? Things look different? Well, there's a lot of changes. A lot of new deductions. I think you got a new car, didn't you, Jell? Did you get a new car this year?
Sure did.
Couldn't get it out of his
car
driveway,
loan
though.
interest deduction. You probably earned some tips when you're up bowling and doing that bowling announcement.
Nope.
Well, you should have, and if you did, you'd get a deduction for that. And you definitely work overtime, right?
Oh, yeah, they do.
I don't think anybody thinks you work overtime, but if other people do, there's a deduction for that. Jason, senior bonus. You getting your deduction for the senior bonus? You should. God,
you're such a jerk.
The standard deduction is higher for most people as well. You form 1040. You can add that new schedule 1A to claim the new tax breaks. I could sit here and talk about all these different, but I don't know it as well as the team at Annex. Give them a call. Look them up. AnnexWealth.com. Head on over there because you really do need good tax planning. You want to get great returns? You got to invest well, but you also need to make sure your tax situation is in consideration as well, and that's what Annex does. They will help you get your plan in place, and it'll all be done by experts. So, again, they're good people, and they know their stuff when it comes to taxes.
You said give them a call. Did you have a number for that, or?
Yeah, blank off Wilde. I don't know. You do the math on what that looks like.
Just wanted to confirm.
AnnexWealth.com, Jell. Oh, I am yelling at Jell.
What did I do?
I don't know. Jason's irritated me, so I just yelled at you. That's what we do.
Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
You asked and Carbless delivered. The fan favorite grapefruit flavor now has its own 4-pack all to itself. That bold, bright, perfectly balanced citrus taste that you've been pulling from the variety pack, it's now front and center in 4 cans, 1 box. Crisp, refreshing, not too sweet, and nothing else has changed. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories and gluten-free. Clean ingredients and big flavor. Always no compromises. Grab the new Carbless grapefruit 4-pack wherever you get your Carbless and find a location near you at drinkcarbless.com. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-707-4522. 800-707-4522. 800-707-4522.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When Milwaukee families need help, the United Way is there, reducing barriers to employment, providing transportation, safe and stable homes, and more for over 192,000 people.
And this month, Cunis is proud to stand beside them. Hi, I'm Bill Eater with Cunis of Milwaukee.
And I am Tony Avery with the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. During the Cunis Drives Milwaukee 1000 event, they're donating $100 to the United Way for every vehicle sold.
Our goal this month is simple: 1,000 vehicles across 3 Cunis Milwaukee dealerships.
For a $100,000 donation to the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County.
To help us reach our goal, you'll find incredible deals on all new and pre-owned vehicles at our 3 locations in Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall.
Be a part of Driving Milwaukee Forward at the Cunis Drives Milwaukee 1000 event.
Start your search today at CunisMKE.com. That's CunisMKE.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeistDoors.com. That's GEIS Doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
We have standards in Wisconsin. Cheese should squeak. Sports and tailgating go hand in hand with brats aplenty. And beef is a delicacy where each bite makes you close your eyes for a second. For 50 years, Bunzel's has been hand-selecting the finest beef, making homemade specialty sausages, and crafting award-winning jerky right here at home. Because Wisconsin is still cattle country, quality isn't optional. It's expected. And after 5 decades, Bunzel's still delivers. Stop in today at 90th and Burleigh or at bunzels.com.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The brackets roll on. I think we should do a bracket someday of memorable quotes from Tausch. I feel fantastic, and I'm not a big meth guy. Could be pretty high seats.
I feel fantastic.
What was Jason's from a couple weeks ago? As long as you do everything I say, I'll be happy.
Don't turn this around on me. Don't do that. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
All right, one more bracket to throw at you guys here.
Well, I wish Wisconsin would have played in Oklahoma.
Why is that?
Would you have gone?
I don't think. Yeah, I think so because that's on Sarah's list. One of the states I don't think she's been
you
to.
could have done a vacation.
Yeah. Nebraska's going to get beat by Troy. That's my prediction.
That's your bold one for the first round. Okay.
6-6 their last 12.
These, as you see on our video stream, are the best Wisconsin sports playoff moments since the Packers won the Super Bowl in 2011. Our regions: the Bucks region, Giannis' 50-piece in Game 6 of the NBA Finals versus Kevin Durant's shoe on the line, Bucks-Nets Game 7 of the second round of that same playoffs. The Brewers Game 5 region, Brewers-Cubs Game 5 NLDS from this past season versus Brewers-Diamondbacks 2011 Tony
How do we
Plush.
feel about the Cornhusker cornhead?
No one's watching Nebraska right now.
No, but I know it's like a total knockoff of the cheesehead, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I kind of like it.
It's more like a cheese grater.
Imitation and flattery and whatnot.
The Wisconsin Badgers region, Wisconsin-Kentucky Final Four versus Wisconsin volleyball winning the national title.
Those are both great moments, yep.
And then the obscure, awesome postseason moments. Sam Decker's buzzer beater to win state for Sheboygan Lutheran at the Kohl Center versus Matt Hamilton and Team USA Curling winning the gold medal in the Pyeongchang Olympics in 2018.
Is Tausch's head up against the microphone?
Yeah.
That's what
I wasn't going to snore.
What?
We should have stuck to just the one bracket.
Which one? You hated all of them.
It's going to end up being the Giannis 50 burger versus probably Wisconsin-Kentucky Final Four. And I'm going with the Giannis 50 burger.
I'm going Wisconsin-Kentucky.
But we didn't win a championship.
I understand.
So
well, that game wasn't for a championship.
No, I understand. It was a great moment. And if it's just strictly on that moment, I'm with you because I was there. I lived it, loved it.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Step back, Jack, from Decker.
Yeah, you're really glazing Decker on this.
He's had a couple
Can you
awesome
say what he did when he was a kindergartner?
Who do you
when
got?
He was playing 8th grade basketball as a kindergartner?
Who do you got in the Sam Decker, Matt Hamilton matchup?
Let's get some more info on Sam Decker's European career.
Yeah, can you tell us about his London days? London calling.
It's not my fault that he was part of 2 great postseason moments in Wisconsin sports history.
Why didn't you put Ben Brush's shot against Michigan up there?
It wasn't in the postseason. If you knew the topic of the bracket and weren't watching Nebraska Cornhusker heads, you might know that.
That's kind of a state kind of stole that corn
Just
head
wait,
thing
Matt
from
Hamilton's
the cheesehead.
Matt Hamilton's run for a gold medal, that was postseason?
Yes.
Really?
They had,
What's their regular season?
Yeah.
The qualifying.
No, that's.
I mean, they even at the Olympics they have a qualifying round and then a bracket for the 4 teams that advance to contend for the gold medal.
That's a stretch.
Yeah,
we all love that.
You're really lunging on that.
If you would have read the title of the bracket, Jesse, you would have known that probably shouldn't fit in it.
Which Brewers game was better?
Refresh my memory on those again.
D-backs game 5.
That was Tony Plush.
Yep. I was at a Hooters having a Coors Light watching that, and our group
in Nebraska.
Our group was rolling when that happened. That was right. I think I had just been retired by the NFL. It was that fall, and that was something. And now all the Hooters have went bye-bye.
Are they all gone?
I think so.
Just about.
They're still open in the South, aren't they?
I think they're struggling. I don't think they're. I can't speak for all Hooters. I can only speak for the Hooters out on the east side.
Am I going to get?
Bye-bye.
On a work computer, am I going to get in trouble for looking this up?
No, you're just looking for lunch.
Yeah.
Watch the games.
There's the closest ones to my current location appear to be Oak Lawn, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Aurora, Illinois.
Yeah.
I could make a really inappropriate Aurora Borealis. I could have switched the.
They're not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that, though.
Why? Do that.
I don't think
Areola would have been a good joke.
No, I was going to go with the.
I know where he was going.
Bosom. Aurora Bosomialis.
So you got Giannis's 50 in Game 6 beating Brewers Diamondbacks in a walk-off to win and advance in the series.
Tausch, what games are you watching in the studio?
TCU is leading Ohio State, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. I want the Big Ten to show well, but I hate Ohio State, so I'm going to pick TCU. I like TCU.
Hate's a strong word.
Don't like. Troy, Nebraska, early tussle. Nebraska with a little lead.
So am I the only one who watched?
Little man-to-man.
Am I the only one who watched Miami, Ohio last night?
I watched them. Yeah.
That was fun.
You understand they don't want to be called Miami of Ohio anymore, right?
Miami University.
Yeah, so stop calling it. I mean, they have the respect. They have earned the right to be called Miami.
Well, if you just call them Miami, then there's confusion.
That's not my fault.
So University of Miami is the one in Florida. And the Miami that is located in the state of Ohio is Miami University. Is that how that's supposed to work? U of M versus...
I don't know. All I know is it's not Miami of Ohio.
I'm going to keep calling them Miami of Ohio and congratulate them on a great win last night. That was entertaining.
It was an awesome
They shoot a hell of a lot of three-pointers, boy. Woo.
Does anybody want to pick a winner in my bracket?
You know what I've noticed about Jason? He's really infatuated with saying boy. He's been saying, oh, boy.
I mean, do we want to point out all the things you're infatuated with saying?
What am I infatuated with?
Blueberry.
Yeah, but I don't say it every day. He has been pounding the boy. Jason's been pounding old boy all day. That's what he's been doing.
And the map.
Can somebody pick a winner in the bracket so I can be done with the exercise?
Wisconsin, Kentucky.
That's better than Giannis dropping 50 to win a championship.
Tausch said they didn't win a title.
We tried
to recap the show.
We tried to stop doing the brackets. That was the winner. This bracket sucks.
We're all losers.
This bracket's the worst you've done.
No.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
There's nothing really intriguing about this bracket. Other than your glaze of Sam Decker. That's the only thing I can think of is the interesting part of this.
Huh. All right. Well, I guess we're never going to bring the brackets back.
Oh, stop pouting.
No.
You're such a baby.
It's going to go the way of the numbers. I'm upset about
the
this.
numbers game was good.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
then
it was.
Why haven't we done it in 7 years?
Because you butchered it from the jump.
Meanwhile, this information has just come across my desk. as of now, there are 208 Hooters locations still in the United States.
There's that many Hooters, huh?
Yes.
Good for Hooters. That's good.
Whoa, Nelly!
It's a fun place to go, boy.
They have ice cream?
No, they do not.
Now we broke him. No, we broke both of you guys today. Tauscher, we have a Nebraska-Troy update.
I was going to say something about milk, but I decided not to.
that we were on the same page. All right, that's it for whatever the hell that was. We will wrap
We're
up the show.
never doing another bracket on this show ever
What
again.
a baby. You're
you
such
guys
a baby.
ruined bracket day.
You butchered bracket season. We said your second one was okay.
You could critique how the bracket was set up all you want. We do it with the selection committee all the time. But the bracket was created to inspire intriguing conversation, and all you did was jump ahead to who should be in the championship.
You wanted me to talk about Sam Decker hitting a half-court shot in a high school game 30 years ago. That's what you wanted us to do today.
Well, it wasn't 30 years ago.
No, it wasn't a half-court shot. Wasn't it a shot from the corner, like from the right wing?
I don't know, but it was a long time ago,
corner.
and a great play.
Yeah.
It was great. But that's what you wanted us to do.
The greatest shot in Wisconsin high school basketball history. We got all 15 championship games and the tournament semifinals airing on ESPN Wisconsin app and ESPN Madison.
You able to play video?
No video, audio only. We're on the
announcer cam.
We'll be on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app if you want to listen to the state tournament games. For the championship games, we will have announcer cam.
Why not?
So if I'm watching the audio on YouTube, what is up on the screen?
It'll be a graphic with the matchup, and I believe we'll have a score ticker going through.
Oh, really?
As well, I think that's the setup. Yeah, I'm not entirely
but
sure.
Not a picture of you and Dennis.
Will
no.
the bracket be up, and will you also rotate in your brackets from today?
No.
Okay. We're gonna wrap things up.
I'm never doing
mercifully.
You ruined brackets.
You
for
are
me.
such a powder. You did not. It was not good, Jesse.
Brackets were great.
You and Rashawn Gary with the same assessment of yourselves. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Milwaukee, this is the night you don't want to miss. The Analysis Live is back, March 27th at the Riverside Theater in downtown Milwaukee. You never know who's going to step on stage. The Analysis has shocked the crowd in past years with surprise appearances by Giannis and Stephen A. Smith. This year, Ric Flair headlines the Analysis Live. The WWE legend, the Hall of Famer, the Nature Boy. You know there will be plenty of surprises. Friday night, March 27th at the Riverside Theaters. Lock in your tickets now. TALiveshow.com. That's TALiveshow.com.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 3/31/2026.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Grab
the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Your taste buds are in luck. The Reuben is back at Cousin Subs. Try this classic sub grilled to order just for you. Stacked with corned beef, Wisconsin Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut topped with Thousand Island dressing and served on rye bread. And our delicious mint shake is back. Both the Reuben and mint shake can be ordered via the Cousins app or online for a limited time only. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
You've always been competitive at work, in the gym, even with your kids. But lately you feel off. Workouts take longer to recover from. Your drive just isn't there. You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back the energy to being dad again. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
You ever notice that some people are picky when it comes to their beer? But Yuengling gets it. That's why they brew a beer for every taste. Start with a legend, a Yuengling traditional lager, a smooth amber lager that's been around longer than our great football rivalries. Then there's light lager. It's crisp and easy drinking. Golden Pilsner with a clean, refreshing taste, and the Black and Tan, a perfect blend of porter and Pilsner. Whether I'm tailgating, watching the game at a sports bar, or just kicking back, I'm reaching for a Yuengling. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Whether it's breaking Packers news, breaking Bucks news, or breaking Brewers news, we are Milwaukee's place for the biggest sports stories right when they happen on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Like me, arrived at the end of the show today and thought, hey, wait a minute. They didn't play Wilde Tausch trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock.
No, we did, didn't we?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
We reallocated our time for brackets.
Yeah.
So we appreciate the great partnerships we have with Cousin Subs, we believe in better, and Iron Jock. We did do the Iron Jock contest. We gave away a hoodie, which is awesome. And I'll say this, I was cleaning up my closet while the girls were gone, and I have got my Iron Jock gear
What
front
did you
and
do
center.
the whole time your kids? What did you do all week?
Wouldn't you love to know?
Well, that's why I just asked.
Yeah, but we're almost out of time. I want to get to
plenty of time.
You want to watch basketball?
I'm not looking for a full segment.
You guys could do a bracket tomorrow with Riley of the things Jason did while he was gone. Or,
Pick the lint out of his belly button. That was one thing he did. What else did you do? It's
gross.
I shoveled 26 inches of snow.
What a hero.
No.
Why didn't you just wait? Why didn't you wait 2 days and it'd melt?
It would not have melted. There is someone who's been out of town in our neighborhood, and their driveway it's actually really impressive to look at because that is untouched from the storm. So you know what I say to them when they get home?
Hey, could have brought your
Why didn't you go over there and blow his yard? Why didn't you go over there and blow his yard out?
Because they're the jerks that if our dogs even set foot on their grass, he gets he's very mean. So no, I'm not shoveling his driveway for him. Which, by the way, that space...
I'll tell you what, you've done a great job not holding grudges.
Not very neighborly.
I feel like I've really improved in that area, but no, I'm not going to go... I didn't egg his house.
By the way, we're joking with you.
I have improved. I've done a better job.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I forgive you all the time. So, You're going to get ready for basketball. Don't make that look. That was just a joke. You're going to get ready to watch some basketball. Are you watching with buddies? What
I'm trying to do, I'm going to try and go sneak a workout in before the game. It's going to be tight. I'm bouncing right out of here. Going to go work out, and then I'm going to go try to watch the second half with some friends, yeah.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
And enjoy that. Jesse, you are out tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Not because you can't get out of your driveway. You have plans.
I have some plans to be with Tier 1 Tyler, Pepsi Mike, Dave, John, the whole crew.
Why doesn't Dave and Mike have a nickname? Like, what does Dave do?
I just didn't
what does Dave do?
Pepsi Mike.
Accountant Dave.
Dave was one of my best friends. He was
best friend Dave.
Co-best man in my wedding, Dave. Yeah.
Okay, so
CBM Dave.
Yeah. What's the other guy's name? What's his deal?
That's John.
What do you call him?
He's just John.
Oh, Johnny.
Just John. Just call him just John. All right. Well, we wish you luck. We look forward to
I can't
Riley
wait for ChatGPT to analyze this show today. I'm very
sure
intrigued.
you can.
Well, I won't probably get a transcript through, so I won't be able to see it.
All right, that's it for us. Rich Eisen is next. Enjoy the Badgers game, everybody. Have a great day.
Join